Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
What do you got there, Murray?
Well, what does it look like? I'm changing my ribbon. The other one's worn out.
A good workman never blames his tools.
A good workman doesn't have to write for one.
Hey, you two, you're starting kind of early today, aren't you?
You're right, Mayor. You're right. Ted, I apologize.
Yeah, look what he did.
Rick, what's gotten into you today?
No, he's just jealous because I'm going to Chicago and he isn't.
What makes you so sure Lou's gonna pick you?
Well, he's certainly going to pick someone who can't even change a typewriter ribbon.
Pick someone for what? What's all this about Chicago?
Well, Lou got a call last night. They want us to send one delegate to the Broadcasters Convention. 3 whole days, everything paid for.
Where do you want to go? You're married.
What's that got to do with it?
Come on, married guys at a convention in a hotel in a strange town. That suggests a certain atmosphere?
Yeah, it sure does. A bunch of middle-aged drunks in funny hats asking some cab driver where the action is.
Cab driver, huh?
Well, I take it you're not interested in being our delegate.
Me? No, no way. Oh, wait, Murray, you don't suppose with my bad luck that
You'd be
I'm
wasted
gonna...
on you. You're not a guy. You don't even have credit cards. Anyway, what are we arguing? Lou's going to make up his own mind. Nothing we say is going to influence him. Lou, let me go to the convention. I'll let you go.
Yeah, his mother was up all night sewing name tapes into his shorts.
Why do you guys want to go so much?
Well, it's a chance to see Chicago again. Take in a couple of restaurants, go to a basketball game, have some drinks with the guys. Just have a little fun.
Maybe you're right. I'll go.
Let me go, Lou. What do you got against me? What'd I ever do to you, huh?
There you are, Lou. I tracked you to your lair.
My lair?
Oh, sure. I always think of you as a big, gruff bear. You hide in here and growl at people, but you have a playful side, too.
Yeah.
The bear is the clown of the animal world, Lou. His lumbering gait conceals a prancing spirit. I always think of you that way.
Prancing.
Crouching, skulking in your lair until just the right moment comes to rush outside and kill someone.
I don't always have to rush outside. Sometimes they come right into my cave.
Ah, Lou, you don't scare me.
I know. What can I do for you, Sue Ann?
What flight are you taking to Chicago?
Why?
Well, I thought we should travel together for the company.
I didn't know you were going.
Who would miss a chance like this? 3 days and nights in the city where I had my first program. It was a cooking show called Let's Talk About Meat. Oh, Lou, I will show you the town. We'll go everywhere together. We'll see everything. We'll do everything. It'll give us something to remember and talk about for years afterward. So what's your flight number?
I'm not going. Mary is.
Morning.
Oh, morning, Mayor.
Oh, Murray, I wish you were going to Chicago instead of me.
Well, the To tell you the truth, Marie wasn't too crazy about the idea to begin with. Now, don't get me wrong, Mayor. She's very understanding. And if I told her I was going, she would accept it in silence, which would last until February. Besides, Lou chose you.
Lucky.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ted.
Brought your suitcase to the newsroom, huh? Really? Rubbing it in, eh, Mary?
No, Ted.
Sure. The old Statue of Liberty play.
Ted.
Let Murray and me knock each other off while you pick up all the marbles.
Oh, Ted,
Well, I
come
could
on,
say enjoy yourself, Mary. I could say have a good time, but that would be phony. I'm too much an upfront guy for that, so I'm going to level with you as a friend. I hope you have a rotten stay in Chicago. I hope it rains all the time and you can't go to the beach. I know what you're going to say. There's no beach in Chicago. Well, I just remembered that. But there's a lake, Mary. Ha, ha, ha. I hope you can't make it to the lake. I hope it rains the whole time you're there.
Ted, you realize, of course, this means no postcard.
Well, who wants a picture of the Empire State Building anyway? I know. The Empire State Building isn't in Chicago. Well, tough.
All set for the Windy City, Mary, that toddling town?
Hey, Mr. Grant, are you sure you won't go?
I'd like to go. I really would. It'd be fun.
Oh, Mr. Grant, would it be fun? Lots of fun. A lot of drinking with the guys. A lot of good stuff.
I'm glad you're looking forward to it. I'd go, but I can't get away this week. I've got to get my car washed, go to the barber shop, buy some socks. Believe me, Mary, there are lots of good reasons.
Hello, Sue Ann.
Don't hello me, Mary. I find that kind of hypocrisy a little hard to swallow.
Hello is hypocritical.
If you were that desperate for a trip to Chicago, you have my pity.
Sue Ann,
But to
I
deprive a
didn't-
hard-working man like Lou Grant of a good time simply to advance your own career is deplorable.
But Sue Ann, he asked me to go.
Competing with a man is both aggressive and unfeminine, Mary. Now, I don't know what you hope to achieve, but your ambition is certainly obvious.
No, Sue Ann, Mr. Grant can't go. He's got to go to the barber and get a haircut and new socks.
I've never heard such transparent hogwash in all my life.
Neither have I.
Okay, here's your closet, bathroom, light switch, coffee maker, TV, air conditioner. You won't be needing it. We're supposed to have 3 straight days of cold wind and rain.
Baxter's curse strikes again. Who is it?
It's me, dear. Sue Ann, open the door.
Gee, Sue Ann, I'm not really sure how to work this lock. Anyway, there's somebody at my door.
There's nothing to it, dear. You simply can press your latch button and rotate your bolt. See? Presto. Now we can communicate at will.
You mean you're
In the next room. Isn't that a piece of luck?
Wow.
Mary. Mary, I'm not one to bear a grudge. I never was. Now, we have a whole long weekend to enjoy together. How foolish we'd be to let a few cross words come between us.
Or a double door.
Exactly. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Like being back in college.
Okay, you made your point, Ted. You want to call it off?
I even brought utensils. I may do a dab of cooking.
I may do a dab of drinking.
While you unpack, dear, I'll start the ball rolling. I'm just calling my old station. There's a wonderful gang of guys there. They'd never forgive me if I didn't give them a buzz. Hello, is Steve Norman there, please? Good. Would you tell him that Sue Ann Nivens is calling? You should always lock your suitcase, dear, and put the key in a safe place. In your shoes, say.
In your hat.
Oh, Mr. Norman is tied up in a meeting. Then, is Arnold Sutton there? Good. Would you try him, please? And be sure and tell him it's me. When you're traveling, always pack shoes bottom up so as not to smudge other clothes. Just remember, soles toward heaven.
Oh, that's cute, Sue Ann. Cute, cute, cute.
He's where? Oh, he's in a meeting, too. Thank goodness. He's a dreadful bore. We were lucky.
We? Why do you say we?
Is Marvin Kruger there?
Sue Ann, please, don't include me in your plans, okay?
Mary, don't be silly. This is Chicago. I know everybody.
Yeah, but I don't want to see everybody, really, Sue Ann. I've got my own plans. You know, tomorrow I've got a day full of meetings and theater tickets. I want to do some sightseeing. And tonight I'd really like to just go to bed early.
Suit yourself, dear. Oh, Marvin's in a meeting, too? Well, thank you. Anything wrinkled should be hung in the bathroom and steamed. Put tissue paper in your shoes and don't hang sweaters. It gives you pointy shoulders. I wonder what kind of meeting Marvin the janitor would go to. Hello? Yes, just a minute.
Thank you. Sue Ann, you want to...
Oh, surely, dear.
Thank you.
And don't forget, put slacks under the mattress during the night, so while we sleep, we press our pants.
Hello? Oh, Mr. Grant, hi. What can I do for you?
I just want to make sure you were okay.
Tell her I did, too.
Yeah, Murray, too. Me and Murray want to make sure you were okay.
That's it. Make me look like a sorehead.
And Ted.
You said it, I didn't.
So, you behaving yourself there in that hotel room?
Mr. Grant, I'm a little too tired to do anything else but. I think when I hang up, I'm just gonna wash my hair, read a book, and get into bed. I'm just planning a nice, quiet evening alone.
Good news, Mary. Look what I found. Mary, I want you to meet Hal and Freddie. We're not on a last-name basis yet. They're here for a convention, too.
Pleased to meet you, Mary.
Not half as pleased as I am. If we're intruding, please tell us. Not that we'll stop, but please tell us.
Do you have any ice, Mary?
Oh, good. She's got glasses.
It's fun to make passes at girls who have glasses.
Sue Ann,
I met them in the hall, Mary. They were looking for the ice machine.
it's not in here.
Well, we can send for some. Are you using that phone?
Yes, Mr. Grant, Sue Ann, could I speak to you for a minute, please?
Who needs ice?
Well, actually, over-chilling spoils the bouquet of really fine whiskey. This is not all that fine. You can call for ice from my room.
May I sit down?
Yes, please. Mr. Grant. No, it's, Sue Ann and some friends. What do you mean, work fast? Mr. Grant,
Tell
I didn't
Lou
have...
he's missing the time of his life.
Who's Lou?
He is my boss from Minneapolis,
Oh,
please.
let me talk to him a second. Hello, Lou.
Could I...
It's Freddie.
Could I...
I'm a friend of Mary's. Yeah,
May I
listen,
please?
I'll tell you what you should do. You should double this little lady's salary.
May I please...
That's
have the-
telling him how, Mary.
Certainly is. Mr. Grant. Mr. Grant, I'll see you on Monday. Sue Ann, may I speak to you for a minute alone?
Oh, I get it. A little girl talk, huh? Well, I can take a hint. Don't fight over me, girls. There's plenty for everybody.
Mary, your behavior is verging on rudeness.
Rudeness? This is my room.
And we are your guests.
But I don't want guests. I want to spend a quiet evening alone.
I am only thinking of Hal and Freddie, dear. They're two lonely men in a big city. They don't know where to turn.
Let them ask a cab driver.
Excuse us, we just had a wonderful idea. If you girls don't have any plans for dinner...
Why don't you pick us up in 10 minutes?
Sue Ann.
All right. Make it 15. That'll give us time to put our faces on, you understand.
Sure, but don't worry about changing, Mary. You look terrific just the way you are.
Oh, aren't you sweet? Hurry up and change.
I'm not going anywhere.
Mary, stubbornness is a weed that spoils our garden. It poisons the soil, chokes the other plants, screens out all the sunshine. Now get the lead out.
Sue Ann, I am sure that they are very nice men, but I was really planning on spending a nice, relaxing evening in a hot tub.
Life is too short, Mary. We must gather our rosebuds while we may. You can take a hot bath and relax when you're dead.
Why won't you understand that I don't want to go out to dinner?
Right, Mary. if that's how you feel, we'll forget about Hal and Freddie.
Good. Thank you.
Two of us will stay here all evening, and we'll try to analyze the serious problem you have in dealing with other people. You know, I've always thought it would be interesting to delve into Mary Richards' psyche and find out who you really are.
It'll just take me a minute to change.
You're a good friend, Mary. It's going to be a fun evening. We're not dressed yet, but you can take us the way we are.
Okay, you'll have to wait till I'm off duty.
Well, how about some wine?
Oh, now, wine is a man's department. Why don't you order it?
All right, all right. Do you like red or white?
I would suggest, however, a robust burgundy with enough body so it's not overwhelmed by the steak au poivre.
I don't care.
Well, neither do I. Why don't we just forget about the wine?
So, what convention are you fellas with?
Well, now, take a guess. What do we look like?
Oh, I don't want to guess. I hate that.
Oh, come on.
No, I hate guessing. I always guess wrong.
Go on, you'll die.
No, I won't.
You'd better. We're morticians.
I should have guessed that.
No, you see, that's the problem. We've got this gloomy image, and we're trying to change it.
And we're succeeding.
How did you get interested in what you do?
I like being around people.
You don't get rich, but you drive a big car.
Who gets the Planters Punch?
Planters Punch!
Planters Punch.
Plants, yes. Ground.
You see, Mary, our profession teaches us not to fear death.
Really?
Why should we fear it? We get a 70% discount. Now listen, enough about us, Mary. Let's talk about you.
Would you care to dance?
Oh, no, thank you.
What do you do for a living?
How about Sue Ann?
All right. What does she do for a living?
I have a little TV show.
It's really interesting, too. She's the happy homemaker. She gives tips.
Is that right?
Yes. For instance, did you know that fresh flowers will last a week if their stems are dipped in salt?
Isn't that interesting?
We don't need them a week.
Are you sure you don't want to dance, Mary?
Look at that button. You're going to lose that.
Well, it's like we always say, nothing lasts forever.
You know, since so few people carry a needle, if you'll just wrap cellophane around those remaining threads, you can save them.
I don't carry cellophane.
I do.
You do? Isn't that nice? I'll bet you move like a cat on the dance floor.
Say, let's take her up to Norman's party later.
Oh, good idea.
Oh, no, I don't think so, really. We're both very tired. You know, after that long flight, it was an hour on the plane.
It'll be a real hoot, Mary. I'll bet you've never been to a mortician's party.
Right.
Well, why not give in? Sooner or later, we're gonna get you.
Sue Ann! Sue Ann, won't you open the door? Come on, there's nothing to it. You simply depress your latch button and rotate your bolt. Oh, come on, Sue Ann, don't be upset.
Upset? Why should I be upset? It's pretty obvious. They preferred me. Can you deny it?
No, certainly can't.
Don't patronize me, Mary. I hate that.
What are you doing?
I always cook when I'm really bugged. Some people clean. Some people wash their hair. With me, it's chocolate fondue. I was going to use this in a Pyrex seminar tomorrow, but my needs come first. All right. Let's assume they preferred you.
Hey, look, I'm really sorry.
Although, why should we assume a thing like that? Because they sat next to you, talked to you, danced with you, flattered you?
No.
I laughed at their rotten mortician jokes. And at that party afterwards, it was painfully obvious that those jokes turned your stomach. But I laughed for 3 hours at a party where we were the only women there who weren't paid to be there.
Really a good sport.
Tell me something, Mary. Doesn't it ever bother you that you were the obvious favorite of a group of men who spend all their time with dead people?
Sue Ann, look, everyone has dates that don't work out.
Rejection. That's what we're talking about, Mary. Rejection. Say it. I want to hear you say it.
Rejection.
You can't even say it with conviction.
Sue Ann, everyone's been rejected.
Everyone but you.
That's not true.
Tell me one instance.
There have been plenty of cases.
Tell me. One humiliating instance.
Okay. Okay, all right. A couple of years ago, I was dating a guy, and I decided to break it off. And then 3 months later, when I changed my mind, I called him, and he was dating someone else.
You call that rejection?
Okay, all right, maybe that wasn't the perfect
I
example.
tell you, rejection, Mary. Rejection is dressing for dates who don't show, waiting for people who don't call, giving a party for someone who's left the country.
Oh, come on, Sue Ann, what's the point?
Rejection is cooking dinner for a man's entire family. 11 people, Mary. 11 Hungarian people. Cooking dinner for 6 hours and having none of them show up. You don't forget a thing like that.
No, I'm sure you don't.
Your butcher doesn't forget it either. Ever try to return 8 pounds of filet stripped for stroganoff?
No.
That's rejection. Those are all actual true-life examples of rejection.
Oh, Sue Ann.
And every one of them happened to my sister.
Okay, I hated tonight. I really hated it. I hate seeing a friend hurt. And the thing that makes it worse with you, Sue Ann, is you pretend it doesn't matter. You never let people see how you really feel.
I'm not a schoolgirl, Mary. Life is too short to give in to things. Oh, will you... Oh, for Pete's sake. Well, how do they expect you to make a chocolate fondue on a dumb... I can't even...
Sue Ann. Oh. Hey.
You know what I hate worst about crying?
What?
Your dimples don't show.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, good.
And the third day, it rained again. I mean, I never got out of that hotel room. It was the dullest, dreariest, most depressing weekend I ever spent in my life. Just awful.
You're not saying that just to make me feel good.
Don't look to me for any sympathy, Mayor. The high point of my weekend was killing 2 flies with 1 swat.
Morning.
Hi,
Hello.
Mr. Ann. I was just telling Tad Furry about my weekend in Chicago.
Uh-huh. Sounded like you girls were having quite a time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wanted to explain to you about that phone call.
Oh, don't feel you have anything to explain to me, Mary.
No, Mr. Grant. Really, I would like to.
Why? Because when I called you, all I could hear was shrieks and giggles and the sound of drunken laughter?
No, Mr. Grant, really, there is a perfectly logical explanation for what you heard.
Oh, really, Mary? And what is it?
We were having an orgy.
You were kidding, weren't you, Mary? She's only kidding, Mary. You were kidding, weren't you, Mary? She's only kidding, Mary. You are kidding, aren't you, Mary? Aren't you? Oh, she's got to be kidding. I know you're kidding, Mary, aren't you? Mary? I'm sure she's kidding. Mary, tell me you're kidding.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm upset. Outraged and angered.
Oh, well, what happened, Ted? Didn't you like your prize and your Fruit Loops?
No, that was fine. What's in this paper? Read it, Mary. It'll make you sick.
New York news personality Gordon Howard, the former WJM weatherman, arrived last night for a visit in the Twin Cities. Hey!
How about that? Gordy's back. That's great.
Wait, you didn't hear the rest.
In an airport interview, Howard confirmed the signing of a contract to host a network morning show, as well as 4 primetime specials at a reported salary of $250,000 a year. Huh.
See? I told you it'd make you sick.
That son of a gun. I always knew he had talent. I knew it when I hired him as weatherman. There was just something about the way he handled his pointer.
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw it, too. I mean, remember when I used him as co-anchorman with Ted? You know, that was the first time Gordy ever did the news.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hate to take credit for someone's success, but once he was crossing the street and I didn't hit him with my car.
You're right, Murray. We're being silly. The only one responsible for Gordy's success is Gordy himself, and he made it through talent, perseverance, and... Hello? Gordy! Hey, congratulations. We just read the good news. Yeah? Oh, sure. Come on down. Sure, hurry up. He's upstairs at the station owner's office. He's coming right down.
Listen to this. The morning show will feature candid conversations with major celebrities. Production will begin as soon as the network selects a suitable co-host.
Co-host? Co-host. So, my dear, sweet, intimate friend needs a co-host.
Aw, Ted. You know what he's going to do, don't you? He's going to embarrass all of us.
No, he's not. And I'm going to make sure he doesn't. Ted?
A co-host. He's going to have to pick a co-host.
Ted, will you listen to me? Ted, the minute Gordy walks in here, I don't want you to fawn, beg, or toady for that co-host job.
Okay, Lou. Can I grovel?
I mean it, Ted.
Don't be ridiculous, Lou. When I meet Gordy, it's going to be one professional meeting another.
Hey, anybody here seen my pointer?
Hey, Gordy!
Murray, what do you say, man? Hi, Murray.
Hi.
How are you? Gordy, that's great news. Great news. Ted, how are you, man?
Wonder why Gordy wanted to have lunch here. I mean, we could have gone to Antoine's.
Mary, Gordy's a simple guy, and I'm sure he likes things easy and relaxed. I'm sure it makes him quite uncomfortable to have people make a big fuss over him. Do you understand?
Mr. Grant, are you implying that I'm making Gordy feel uncomfortable?
Well, I don't know about Gordy, but you're sure making me uncomfortable. I mean, panting and gushing over him the way he talks about meeting all those celebrities.
I didn't pant and gush.
Oh? You actually had lunch with Charles Nelson Riley?
I'm trying to be a little more blasé.
Thank you.
This is the commissary.
Yeah.
You remember the commissary, don't you, Gordo?
Oh, yeah.
Or as we call it, Cramp City.
Is everything just as you remembered it?
Everything.
Say, Gordo, speaking of remembering, do you remember when we did the news together? I mean, as a team?
Yeah, sure, Ted.
Does it give you any ideas?
Ideas?
Ted, aren't you supposed to meet Georgette for lunch today?
Well, that was over an hour ago. She's probably finished by now.
Georgette, you got yourself a new girlfriend, huh?
Oh, hey, that's right. You don't know. Ted got married last year.
Well, Ted got married. Somebody finally trapped a silver fox.
Yep. And they have a little baby girl, and they adopted a 12-year-old boy.
A 12-year-old boy. How about that?
A great kid, too.
Yeah, I'd sure like to meet him sometime, Ted.
You would? Wait here. I'll get him out of school.
Turkey?
No, Ted's all right. Oh, thanks.
So, Gordy, tell us all about the people that people you've met.
Mary, I can't believe it. The money they're paying me to interview celebrities on television. You know, last week I interviewed Barbara Streisand. Huh?
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah. Then the week before that, Sir Laurence Olivier.
The English fellow.
Yeah, but I really couldn't believe it when I found myself 2 weeks ago sitting on a mountaintop in Utah shooting the breeze with Robert Redford. Huh?
Robert Redford. Good little actor. Good.
He's really a simple guy. Likes skiing, the outdoors. You two would probably hit it off pretty good.
Well, I certainly wouldn't be averse to meeting Redford if the situation ever arose.
You'll have to excuse Mary, Gordy. She's a little overawed at the idea of meeting all those celebrities.
Yeah, well, who isn't? I mean, on the outside, I'm Mr. Cool, but on the inside, I'm jumping up and down and saying, hey, man, you are Willie Mays.
You actually met Willie Mays?
Well, you guys are beautiful. I sure am glad I had time to stop by and see you.
Hey, I got a great idea. Why don't we make a little party for Gordy tonight?
Hey, terrific.
Yeah, I don't know, Lou. I've been invited out by the station owner, and I don't know if I can get out of it.
Bring him along. The more the merrier.
Okay, I'll see if I can swing it.
Great.
Excuse me, Mr. Howard. I'm Janet Downing from WJM Publicity.
Yeah.
There's some reporters and photographers downstairs. I wonder if you'd mind talking to them for a little while.
Boy, that's the way it's been ever since I got this job. Photo sections, articles, interviews. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Do you want me to tell them you're not here?
Are you crazy?
So what time should I be there?
Beware.
It's your place for the party.
Mr. Grant, I'm not going to give the party tonight.
Sure you will.
Oh, I won't. Mr. Grant, I have 1,000 things to do. I've got to prepare the budget report for tomorrow morning. I've got letters to write. I have to do my tax return.
Okay, okay. I'll have the party at my place.
Good. What time shall I be there?
Hey, where's Gordo?
He's downstairs.
Too bad. I wanted him to meet my adopted son.
That's your son.
If I get that job, he will be.
Ted, Murray, there's a party tonight. Can you come?
Oh, sure. What time, man?
Don't ask me, Murr. It's at Mr. Grant's house.
Right, 8:30, special occasion.
Oh, terrific, Lou. Terrific. Oh, special occasion, huh? Like maybe a surprise going-away party for a local anchorman soon to be skying to Gotham?
Oh, Ted. We face facts. Don't you think that if Gordy were going to ask you to be his co-host, he would have asked you by now?
Yeah, you're right. I'd better ask him.
Ted, don't do that.
Why, Mary? They're going to need a co-host. It could very easily be me. And in this business, it's not how good you are that gets you hired, it's who you know.
And now I know someone. God bless him, I know Gordy.
Hey, we're on for tonight, Lou.
Okay, great. It's 8:30 my place.
Gordo, I got to talk to you for a minute, Lou. I'll need your office.
Look, Ted,
remember, Lou, when I make it, you'll know me. In here, Gordo.
What's happening?
Be gentle.
Yeah. You want to see me?
Sit down, Gordo.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I just wondered if there was any favor I could do for you while you're in town.
Well, thanks, Ted, but I don't need any favors done now.
Well, that's all I was going to say.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, there is maybe one little thing you could do for me.
Name it.
Could you give me that co-host job on your show? Oh, believe me, I'm great. I can talk way deeper than this.
Good evening. This is Ted Baxter with the news.
Oh, Ted, don't do this. You really put me in a rough spot.
All I'm asking you to do is recommend me, Gordo. Tell them how great I am. It's not as if I were asking you to lie. Gordo, believe me, we'll be a great team. Me, a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, and you, a black Anglo-Saxon Protestant?
Ted, I'm sorry. I know how much this job means to you, but I just can't recommend you for it.
Why not?
Because I can't.
I want to know why. Gordo, I'm entitled to know the reason. I mean, you owe me that. I mean, I want the truth. I mean, what is it? You think I'm not good enough?
Oh, Ted.
No, come on. If that's the reason, I want to know. I mean, is that what you think, that I'm not good enough? I mean, go ahead, say it if it's true. Don't worry, I'm man enough to take it.
Okay, Ted. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe I don't think you're good enough. Boy, he really took that rough. If only he hadn't asked me why I couldn't recommend him.
What'd you say?
Told him I didn't think he was good enough.
And he bought it?
Lou, I'll see you at your place tonight, huh?
All right, take care.
Murray?
See you, Gordy.
Lou, you didn't replace me yet, did you?
No, Ted, the job's still yours.
Oh, thanks. You know what Gordy said to me?
What, Ted?
None of your business.
Anyway, that clown doesn't know what he's talking about. Third-rate opportunist, made it on pure luck.
Well, Ted, if that's the way you feel, maybe you shouldn't go to the party tonight.
I wouldn't miss it. I didn't get a chance to tell that guy what I really think of him. Oh, I can't wait. Believe me, sparks are going to fly tonight.
Why are you smiling?
Well, I can't help it, Mr. Grant. There's a party tonight. Two of the guests are ready to tear into each other. The tension's mounting. Sounds like one of my typical parties. But it's not. It's yours.
It's open.
Hi, thought I'd come by early and see if you need any help.
Oh, that's okay, Mary. Sit down, have a drink.
Mr. Grant, this place is not ready for a party.
Why? Why not?
You're kidding, aren't you?
Well, what's wrong with the way the place is?
The place looks like a dump, Mr. Grant.
Hey, that's not nice. You come into somebody's house and say it looks like a dump? What do you think, I don't have any feelings? This is my home.
Mr. Grant, in a few minutes, Gordy is going to be walking through that door with Mr. and Mrs. Cobb, who happen to own the station where you and I work. Yeah. And you don't have any hangers?
Just throw your coat on the bed. That's not so unusual. I've been to a lot of elegant parties where the hostess says, just throw your coats on the bed.
Do you think you could make your bed first?
What for? They're only going to throw coats on. Well, Mary, maybe there is something in what you say. Mrs. Cobb is sort of a fussy broad. Come on, Mary, can't you just help a little?
Boy, you really are amazing. You know that I am actually feeling a twinge of guilt? And all I did was walk through that door as a guest. No. Clean it up yourself.
Well, I thought I had until you walked in here. I guess maybe I had better tidy up a little more. Aren't you even going to help me?
I'm not going to lift a finger.
Okay. Do what you want. Everybody will think you helped me anyway. Just remember, don't make it like your place. Make it real.
Mr. Grant, your guests are going to be here any minute. Have you checked to make sure you have enough ice, soda, glasses?
I've got enough ice. I've got enough soda. I've got enough glasses.
I see only 4 glasses here.
Well, they can take turns. All right. I'll go in the kitchen, get some more glasses.
While you're at it, you better get me a vacuum cleaner. Or a shovel. Men.
How many more glasses we need?
I'd say at least 6.
Well, I don't know if I can eat that much jelly. Coats on the bed. Take off your shoes if you want to. Pretty good party, huh?
Well, Lou, this drink has really got a very interesting taste. Vodka and something else I can't quite put my finger on. What is it? It's,
boysenberry.
My favorite.
Yeah?
Well, frankly, it doesn't taste like boysenberry to me.
No, yours is peanut butter. Hi, Mary.
How's it going? Pretty good for a first party.
Let me take your coat, honey.
Thanks, Ted.
Here, just put them in the bedroom.
Listen, Ted, I don't want you to make any trouble with Gordy tonight.
Oh, nothing to worry about, Lou. Thought it all over, and I realized I was being childish about the whole thing. In fact, I'm going over now to wish him luck.
Good.
Oh, Mr. Cobb, Mrs. Cobb.
Good evening, Ted. You know, we were just talking. Who would have thought when you were doing the news with Gordy that he would be the one to become a huge success, huh?
Well, I just came over to wish you well in New York, Gordo.
Hey, Ted, that's real nice of you. Thanks.
Yeah, well, best of luck. Or as they say in showbiz, break a leg. And an arm and a neck and a spine. Well, am I behaving myself?
Yes, you are. Aren't you going to introduce me to Gordy?
Oh, all right. Gordo, I'd like to meet my wife, Georgette.
Georgette? How do you do?
A woman I'd much rather have than $250,000 a year. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, Ted, yeah.
Want to trade? I'm sorry. Just testing Gordo. I mean, good jobs come and go. I mean, you're hot one minute and you're down the next. But I'll always have this fine woman here.
I know how you feel, Ted. I got a wife myself. You're a lucky man.
Oh, you got a wife, too?
Yeah.
Well, I've got kids. I've got 2 kids.
I've got children myself.
How many?
It doesn't matter.
How many?
3.
Do you have a match?
Yeah, I think I do.
Well, I've got a gold lighter. Tell us, Gordo, tell us lowly creatures what it's like to be living on the top.
It's no different from your life, Ted. Nothing special, no big deal.
Oh, well, I don't think you got your job the same way I got mine. I mean, we all know how those jobs are gotten. Right, boss?
You know, Ted, when I told you before that my life is the same as yours, I was lying. It's better. Want to hear the terms of my contract, Ted?
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Ted.
No, I don't want to hear
I got a penthouse in the East 60s.
Oh.
And the company pays for it. That's right, Ted. You know I get to work every day? Chauffeured limo, to and from. Chauffeured limo, Ted. That's right. And my picture hangs right next to Walter Cronkite. Oh, and about the clothes, Ted. You know we got to tie in with the clothing store. That's right, baby. Free clothes. All my clothes are free. I'm sorry. He had it coming.
You sure told him, honey.
Come on in, Ted. Sit down.
Thanks for having us over, Mary. I think Ted's feeling better already.
My life is over.
Ted, you're doing very well. You make a good living. You're a celebrity. You've won some awards.
6.
4.
4 for the news, 2 for bowling. What a good it's done me, though.
Ted, I think I know what you're going through.
No, you don't. No one ever knows what you're going through, and they say they know what you're going through. I say it all the time. I haven't got a clue.
So why don't you just let me take a shot at it? I think you had a dream. You dreamed that you started from nowhere and you made it all the way to the top. Became rich, successful in every way, loved. And recently you've begun to become aware the time is slipping away and your life has turned out a little differently from the dream. In fact, compared to the dream, you think your life isn't all that terrific. And it's begun to bother you.
It's amazing, Mary. How did you know that was my problem?
Ted, that's everybody's problem. I had a dream once. I dreamed of becoming a ballerina. Took so many classes, I practiced so hard in the hopes that one day I'd dance with the finest ballet company and I'd win the cheers of audiences all over the world.
So you wanted to be a world-famous dancer? And you wound up as a producer of a local news show?
That's right.
Boy, you really blew it. I mean, compared to you, I mean, how great. At least, I'm an anchorman somewhere.
That's right, Ted, you are.
But you're not a dancer anywhere.
Well, no, I'm not.
Boy, you must feel rotten.
Well, no.
I mean, it must really eat you up. I mean, every day to have to say to yourself, I'm not a ballerina and I never will be.
No, I don't you say that every day.
Oh, you poor kid. Say, Georgette, all of a sudden I feel a lot better about myself.
That's great, Dad.
And I'm not even mad at Gordy anymore. I guess I never was. I was mad at life because I thought it let me down, but it didn't let me down. It let Mary down.
Ted, I think we better be going. The sitter's waiting.
Oh, right. Let's go. Thanks for cheering me up, Mary.
I hope Ted didn't say anything to upset you, Mary.
No.
Thanks again.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
For a good cause, the Foster Children's Foundation. So we hope that all of you will try and come.
Well, we certainly will. For those of us that are interested, Congresswoman, just how does one go about becoming a foster child? Well, time is up. I'd like to say a special thanks to our guest, Congresswoman Margaret Geddes. And this is Ted Baxter saying good night and good news.
Well, I think that's the last time we'll have Ted do a live interview on the news.
Why doesn't he use the questions we give him, not those questions he makes up? Is it any easier getting dates once you've been in Congress?
Well, actually, Murray, that was one of my questions. I thought it would be good for a little giggle. I didn't know he was going to ask it with such intensity.
Ted, please, I don't want to talk about dating anymore.
Margaret, it was a wonderful interview.
Thank you, Mary.
Is Lou in?
Yes, sure.
I want to say goodbye to him.
Oh, of course.
Mary, I'm glad you like the show because there's a small favor I want to ask. Well, it's a pretty big favor. If you don't want to, just say no and I'll drop it.
Okay, what is it?
Well, Georgette and I are celebrating our first wedding anniversary tomorrow night, and I'd like you to throw a party for us.
No, Ted.
Okay, I'm dropping it. But
Good.
now I'm picking it up. Well, I said I'd drop it. I didn't say I'd leave it there.
Ted, no.
Please, Mary. I'll even pay for everything. Of course, don't go crazy. Figure a couple of packages of Velveeta and some Gatorade.
Ted, I am not giving an anniversary party for you in my apartment, and that's final.
I'm not worried, Mary, because I know you're going to reconsider. And after all, I met Georgette at your apartment. We were married at your apartment. Even had our baby at your apartment. You owe us this.
No, I don't.
Well, so long, Mary.
Oh, Margaret, I hope you can come back and see us sometime.
Well, I'd love to. Oh, by the way, maybe you can help me out.
Yeah, sure. What is it?
Well, we have a celebrity coming to town to MC our benefit show. And I can't take him to restaurants and public places because people make such a fuss over him.
Who is it?
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson? Yes. And I don't know what to do with him.
Well, do you think it would be too forward if I offered to give a little party and you could bring him with you?
Mary, that would be wonderful.
Oh, good. Well, it'll be great for me, too. I mean, everyone around here is always kidding me about what awful parties I give. Well, I'm not even going to tell them he's coming and let him try to knock this one.
Well, thank you. I'll call you tomorrow to find out when.
Okay, good. Ah, Murray. I'm going to have a little party tomorrow night.
Gee, I think I'm busy.
No, Murray. You don't understand. This is a very special party for a very special person.
Oh, thanks, Mary.
You sure you're not just being coy? Now, come on, Mary. Tell us who is coming to the party.
I told you, Sue Ann. It's a surprise.
Well, it must be somebody important. This is the first time you ever hired a maid and bartender.
You know, it's really not that expensive. You can get both of them to come for 3 hours for just a little more than I make a week.
Come on, Mary. Who's coming to the party tonight?
Yeah, you said
Give
it was
us
a
a
celebrity. Is it somebody in politics?
No, not politics.
Someone in communications?
Not communications.
Does it wear pants?
Yes.
No more questions.
Oh, boy. Okay, that could be him. So everyone relax, and Sue Ann, everyone, please don't embarrass me, okay? Just treat him the way you would anyone else.
I will.
Okay.
All right. Another one of your great parties, I see.
No, Mr. Grant, this is going to be a terrific party, I promise you.
Better be. I gave up tickets to midget wrestling.
Your coat, sir.
Yeah, that's my coat. What about it?
Mr. Grant, this is the maid.
Maid? Are you crazy, Mary, hiring a maid for one of your parties?
I also hired a bartender.
Nice touch.
Personally, Mary, I think it was very smart having a maid to hang up the coats. It's so much nicer than having them thrown on the bed.
Yeah. And besides, Sue Ann, with the coats off the bed, you don't have to worry about going home with button marks.
Oh, Murray, you're so droll. So clever. Wherever did you find a party hat made of skin?
What's going on? Huh? Bartender? Maid? Huh?
The reason Mary's going through all the fuss tonight is someone very important is coming to our anniversary party.
Yes, a celebrity. All we know is that he wears pants.
Yeah, who is it?
All right. I suppose I might as well tell you. You know Congresswoman Geddes?
Yeah.
Well, she has a friend who's a celebrity, and she's bringing him here tonight.
Who is he, Mary?
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson? Coming to my party?
That's right, Ted.
Boy, is he going to be thrilled.
Well, that is exciting. This may turn out to be a pretty fair party after all.
Fair, Mr. Grant? This is going to be the best party that you have... What's happening to the lights?
I don't know. I think they're starting to dim.
Oh, my God. Better call the building manager. Where's the phone?
Mary, have you got a flashlight?
Yeah, the top left-hand drawer behind the counter.
Cut that out, Sue Ann.
I didn't touch you.
Sorry, Lou.
Hello, Mr. Finnegan. It's Mary Richards in apartment... Yeah, the lights just went out. The whole building? But I'm giving a party tonight. Right, just sit tight.
Mary, your flashlight doesn't work. The batteries must be dead. Haven't you got any candles?
Yeah, somewhere in there. I don't know how I'm going to find them in the dark.
No problem. We'll find them when the lights come on.
Oh, boy, this is great. Really great.
Well, it's not going to stop me from having a good time.
Come on, Georgette. This is our anniversary. Let's dance.
Okay, teddy bear.
Sorry, Mary.
Great party.
Shut up.
Don't worry, Mary. I'm sure the lights will come on before your other guests get here.
And believe me, dear, even if they don't, it's no reason why we can't all have a good time.
Sue Ann knows, Mary. When it comes to entertaining people in the dark, she's an expert.
Hey, I got a great idea. Why don't we take advantage of the dark? Let's all sit down and tell ghost stories.
Ted?
What?
Get off my lap.
I'm sorry, pal.
How can this be happening to me after all the planning? It's going to turn out to be the absolutely worst party ever.
But that's impossible, Mary. You'd really have to go a long way to top some of the bad parties you've had.
He's right, Mary. You've had some real bombs.
That's not true.
As long as I can remember, it's been one bomb party after another. The worst one was the one you gave with Rhoda, where you fixed me up with a blind date, and it turned out to be a little old lady.
We meant well.
Yeah, sure. Excuse me.
You're excused, Lou.
Thanks. Mary, I wonder if I could have a word with you.
Surely.
Mary, I can't tell her.
Mr. Grant, why didn't you just go through with it? I mean, it's just for one night. She's a sweet, lovely lady. You have absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about.
Yeah, maybe you're right. What's to be embarrassed about?
Hiya, Mary. Hiya, Rhoda. Hey, Lil. Say, who's the old lady?
Martha, Dudley, I'd like you to meet Georgette Franklin and Ted Baxter.
Oh, nice to meet you.
This is Martha Dudley, and she is Lou's date for the evening.
Nice to meet you, too. Thank you.
Come on, Lil. Who is she, really?
That's who I'm taking to the dinner.
Oh. Well, nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you. Have you and Mr. Grant been going together long? No. This is our first date. We met through Mary. You know, Mr. Baxter, you look very familiar to me.
Oh, you've probably seen me on television.
No, I don't watch television. I have a fireplace.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Georgette, that's a lovely dress. Is it new?
Pretty new. I bought it this afternoon.
That's quite a date you got there, Lou. You want to see if she's got a granddaughter for me?
At least nobody can accuse you of robbing the old cradle. But on the other hand, she's not bad, Lou, really. Actually, she's kind of cute, you know. Kind of grows on you. Got nice legs.
Mr. Grant, Martha has had such an interesting life. Did you know she was flower girl at Thomas Alva Edison's wedding?
I remember the first time you had Congresswoman Geddes to dinner. I prepared a delicious veal Prince Orloff.
Right. Just enough for 6 people. And then Rhoda surprised me by showing up with a date.
Hi, Mayor.
Hi.
Mary, this is Steve Waldman. Steve, this is Mary Richards.
Hello.
Come on.
Hello? Rhoda,
Could I talk to you for just a moment?
Yes, and I wanted to talk to you too, Mayor. I'll be with you in a minute, Steve.
Rhoda, why is he here?
Mary, listen. Steve and I work together at Hempel's.
Uh-huh.
And tonight, after 4 years with the store, he gets fired. So when he asked me to have dinner, I just couldn't say no.
The salad is on the table. Hello, Rhoda, dear. Mary, we eat in 4 minutes.
Sue Ann, nobody is here yet. They're not here. Rhoda, do you see these chairs? There are 6 chairs. Do you see them? There is no room for him.
Mary, he can sit up there at the little table.
Rhoda, please. Rhoda, listen, I want this party to be a good party. You know, I want that so badly, and there is not enough food for him. Sue Ann made it very clear to me. There are exactly 6 portions of veal Prince Orloff. No more, no less.
He can have half of mine.
3 minutes, Mary.
I know, Sue Ann, I know. I'm sorry. This is a little tense. Rhoda.
Hi, I'm Steve Waldman.
Lou Grant.
Murray Slaughter.
How are you?
Oh, fine. I just got fired. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
Hi, Murray. Come on
Hi,
in,
Mary.
Mr. Grant.
Hi, Mary.
Can I get you a drink?
Yeah, sure.
No drinks, Mary. We eat in 2 minutes.
Miss Richards, I want to thank you for inviting me to dinner.
Rhoda, set a place for him at the little table. Thank you.
1 minute, Mary.
Sue Ann, Congresswoman Geddes isn't here yet.
Oh, Mary, dear, do you have any idea what happens if you let veal Prince Orloff sit in an oven too long?
No, what?
He dies.
Hello, I'm Margaret Geddes.
Steve Waldman.
Oh, how do you do?
Well, I was just fired.
I'm sorry.
Congresswoman Geddes, it's so nice to see you again. Everybody, this is Representative
Margaret.
Margaret Geddes, Rhoda Morgenstern, Lou Grant,
Hello, how are you?
Murray Slaughter, and
nice
Sue Ann Nibbins.
How do you do? Mary, your dinner is served.
Well, shall we all take our places then?
What happened to my drink?
Oh, Mary's so sorry to rush us all like this, but she mistimed her dinner. Mary, dear, would you like to bring out the veal Prince Orloff?
Sure.
And we'll start on your lovely salad. Mary made it all herself. My, it looks delicious. Thank you. And this is Mary's veal Prince Orloff.
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
Look at that.
Hey, that smells great, Mom.
It's fantastic.
Mrs. Geddes?
Well, not yet, dear. Thank you. I haven't finished my salad.
I finished my salad.
Excuse me, could someone just pass the salt?
Mr. Grant?
Oh, yeah. I'm really starved, Mary. I really am. Thanks a lot.
Mr. Grant, could I speak to you for a minute?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
In the living room, I need your help.
Oh, sure. What's wrong, Mary? You seem upset.
Mr. Grant, you took 3 servings of the veal.
Yeah.
Mr. Grant, there are 6 people. You took half.
You mean that's all there is? What's on this platter?
Mr. Grant, you've got to put some back. Don't have enough for everybody. 3 people aren't going to get any dinner.
All right, I'll put it back. Say, you know what? I'm not as hungry as I thought I
Speaking Speaking of surprises, Mary, where are your guests?
I don't know. If I'm lucky, maybe they decided not to come.
Just as well. Why should somebody she doesn't even know have to suffer through one of her parties?
You know, come to think of it, Mr. Grant, I could have had some really great parties if it weren't for you.
Me?
Yes, that's right. Remember the surprise birthday party I tried to give you? Could have been terrific. But no, you wouldn't let anyone in.
Ah, let him go. Who wants him? Fine. We're all agreed. I gotta get out of here. back door.
No, Mr. Grant, there isn't any back door.
Mary, that is a very foolish thing. Do you know how dangerous it is not to have a back door?
But, Mr. Grant, they're just friends.
No friends are coming through that door. They stay out. How could you do this, Gordy?
It was not his idea.
Oh, don't always stand up for other people, Mary. You shouldn't have talked her into this.
Now, I want to get out.
Now, wait. Listen, I'll tell you what. We'll just let Murray in. You like Murray, don't you, Mr. Grant?
I like Murray.
Okay, then. We'll just let Murray in. That's all.
Mary, you open that door and they're all going to come in here.
They won't, Mr. Grant. I promise you. Just Murray.
Happy birthday to you!
Everybody, if you can just give me a few minutes. It seems that he doesn't like birthdays. Look, is there?
He doesn't like birthdays.
Is Murray out there?
Murray.
Murray, come in here for just a minute, please. No, just Murray. Just Murray. Please, just a minute.
So you don't like surprise parties? Is that any reason to keep me stuck out in the hall? That's no reason at all, Lou. Here's your present. Happy birthday.
There. You see, Mr. Grant, that wasn't so bad, was it? So what do you say now we bring Rhoda in? You like Rhoda.
Yeah, I like Rhoda.
Okay, then. We'll just let Rhoda in. Happy birthday! Please, if you'll just bear with me for a few minutes, everything is coming along just fine, just fine. Look, you want to clear a space on the stairway so that the people...
Clear a space where?
And go up the stairway. Rhoda, could you come in for just a minute?
Come on, Rhoda. All this time? How come we can't go in there, Mary? What are those down here?
Mary, I think we found a theme for this party. Hatred.
Mr. Grant, this is silly. It's embarrassing. I mean, I invited those people here.
Back, you animals!
Boy, I can see why you don't want those losers in here.
I have to admit it, Lou. You weren't much fun that night.
Okay, I admit it. I ruined one of your parties.
They're here. Aw, what am I going to do?
Well, look, just answer the door, Mary. Maybe it's the building manager.
Mary, watch where you're walking.
Sue Ann, what are you doing on the floor? And Mr. Grant, I'm surprised at you, too.
Surprised at what? I'm over here.
Well, who's this?
The bartender.
Mary?
Mrs. Geddes?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad you could come to my party. We're having a power failure.
Yes, I know. We were stuck in the elevator for an hour. Johnny had to climb through the trap door at the top to get us out. Oh, Mary, this is Johnny Carson.
Hi.
Nice place you have here.
What a pleasure it is to meet you, Mr. Carson.
Mary, you're shaking my hand.
Oh, well, come in. I'm really sorry about the power failure.
Don't apologize, Mary. I've always thought it'd be terrific to come back to the Midwest and be in a dark apartment full of strangers.
Well, yes, let me introduce you to my friends. Johnny Carson, say hello to Lou.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
That's Lou. And Murray Slaughter.
Hiya, Johnny.
How are you?
Murray's about 5'11". Has blue eyes. Well, no, that doesn't. Okay, somewhere in here is Ted Baxter and his wife, Georgette.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice seeing you, pal. Hey, you know, you look a lot better in person.
And let's see, who else? Oh, yes, Sue Ann Nivens. Sue Ann? Sue Ann?
We're in here, dear.
Hi, everybody. Sue Ann, I'd like you to meet Johnny Carson.
Mary, do you have a dog? in that case, one of your guests just licked my face.
I'm sorry.
Look, Mary, I'd love to stay and get to know all your friends better, but I really do have to catch an early plane tomorrow.
Oh, well,
you know.
thanks for stopping by. Just wonderful having you. You really made the party.
So long, Johnny.
Bye.
So long. Bye, darling.
Thanks for everything, Mary.
There goes Johnny.
Well, at least he came.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
You know, Mary, when I walked in here tonight, I expected to find another one of your typical lousy parties. But I was wrong, Mary. Very wrong.
Thanks, Mr. Grant.
This was the worst ever.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can never tell, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Where did the asparagus tips go?
Oh, Georgia, why don't you leave that till later? I'll do it.
It's okay, Mary. I do it every Saturday. I know where everything goes except asparagus tips. You never buy those.
Oh, yeah. Well, every couple of years I pick up a can to see if I still hate them.
That's what I like about you, Mary. You're so fair-minded.
Hey, I got a letter from Phyllis in San Francisco.
I really miss Phyllis. Of course, I never knew her very well. Maybe that helps.
Oh, boy. Typical Phyllis.
This house sure seems empty with both Rhoda and Phyllis gone. When I used to drop in for a visit, there was always someone here I knew. If you leave, I may have to stop coming here altogether.
Right. Oh, boy, good old Phyllis. She says last week she went swimming with a bunch of seals.
She must really miss Lars.
Well, she said she's got a job, she's making new friends, and she's dying to find out what's new with me.
Wait till she hears about the asparagus tips.
Geez, that's depressing. I mean, it was bad enough with just Rhoda. Now I've got two friends telling me about their new lives, new jobs, new friends. Here I am.
With old Georgette.
Oh, no, Georgette, I didn't mean that. You and I are in the same boat. We're both still doing the same things.
I'm not, Mary. I'm going to school at night. I'm learning to speak Italian.
Hey, Georgette, that's terrific. Why Italian?
Because on my vacation, I'm going to Rome. It's a place I've always wanted to go, ever since I saw a picture of it on a Jerry Vale album.
Oh, Georgette, that's sensational.
I know. Ted's furious. He's afraid I'll come back earthy and voluptuous and full of pinch marks. Well, I have to go do my homework, Mary. Arrivederci.
Bye.
And don't worry, Mary. I don't think you're in a rut.
Oh, Georgette, wait, I didn't say I was in a rut. I mean, I just said that compared to some of my friends, my life hasn't changed that much. But, you know, I never said I was in a rut.
That's what I said, Mary. You're not in a rut.
Yeah, well, if you don't think I'm in a rut and I don't think I'm in a rut, why are we both standing here discussing whether or not I'm in a rut?
I don't know. But at least it gave you something different to do for a change.
Everything in my life is so predictable.
Oh, take it easy, Mare.
See, like, I knew you were going to say, you always say, take it easy, Mare.
But what do you expect? I mean, you've been carrying on ever since you came in. You didn't even ask me how my weekend was.
Don't you see, Mur, I always ask you how your weekend was on Monday?
I know, and it's nice to have someone take an interest.
How was your weekend, Mur?
The usual.
I mean it, Mur. Everything in this newsroom is just the same, day in, day out. For example, it's Monday, so Mr. Grant will walk in the door with a terrible hangover and say he wants to be left alone. Good morning, Mr. Grant.
Mary, I don't want to see anyone.
So big deal. Who wants to see him anyway?
She does.
Morning, people.
Hey, this is getting spooky.
And she'll ignore what I tell her.
Mary, is Lou in his office?
Yes, he is, but he doesn't want to be disturbed.
Thank you, dear.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ted.
Say, listen, Mary.
If anyone wants you, you'll be in your dressing room with Georgette answering your fan mail.
Mary, you interrupted me.
Oh, sorry, Ted.
Sorry, what I was going to say was exactly what you said.
Exactly. And I, of course, will say there is no fan mail today. You'll say, why not? And Murray will say some kind of joke like, because your fan died, Ted.
I don't have to take that from you.
Georgette will come in.
Oh, wait a minute. This is easy. I can do it, too. Georgette will come in and say, good morning, everybody.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Everybody, Lou was so excited about my wonderful news, and I know you all will be, too. I have just been offered my own fried chicken franchise. Isn't that glorious? By the end of next summer, people in 26 cities will be able to look out their windows and see Sue Ann's big pink bucket in the sky.
Well, there's something new for you.
Oh, come on, Mur. It's happening to her, not to me.
Oh, come on, Mary. Everybody feels in a rut now and then. Listen, why don't you go in and talk to Lou?
Because that's what I always do. I always talk to Mr. Grant. It's part of my rut. Well, this time I'm not going to talk to Mr. Grant.
What?
Mr. Grant, could I talk to you for a minute?
Mary, did you ever feel so rotten that you'd have to rally to die?
No, I haven't. Mr. Grant.
They ought to raise the legal drinking age to 70.
Sir. Mr. Grant, I'm bored with my job.
Mary, don't play games with me. I don't feel like games. You want a raise, just come out and say it.
Oh, no, Mr. Grant, it's not the money.
Good, because you're not getting another raise. We can't afford it.
No, the salary is fine, Mr. Grant. It's my life that bores me.
Your life bores you?
Well, I realize that sounds like a dumb thing to say. It's just that I've done it all before. I come to the newsroom, I do my job, which is a good job. I realize that. I'm not saying that it's not.
You're not getting a raise, Mary.
It's just that maybe I've been a newswoman long enough. You know, maybe it's time to try something else.
How big a raise you trying for?
I'm not, Mr. Grant. I'm just saying that if I left WJM and tried something new, I might find I really like it. No, I wouldn't like it. Being in television news is what I've always wanted to do all my life, and I'm very happy here. I've been talking like an idiot. Thank you for being so understanding and patient.
All right. $10 more a week, but that's it.
Morning, Murray.
Oh, morning, Ted.
Hey, Murray, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Ted.
Okay, here's the problem.
Let's assume that you've had a long and satisfactory relationship with a member of the opposite sex. Suddenly she decides she has to leave the country. What would you think?
I don't know, Ted. Did Georgette get you in trouble?
Come on, Murray, be serious. I mean, why does she want to go to Rome? I mean, what has Rome got that's so special?
Well, lots of things, Ted. For instance, the Colosseum.
Georgette hates sports. I know why she wants to go to Rome. I've seen those movies.
What kind of movies?
La Dolce Vita, that kind of movies. I know what they do in Rome all day. Orgies. With whips and midgets.
I don't believe this conversation. Ted, Rome is the eternal city.
Since when? This is what comes of women's lib. They're all going crazy these days. You don't know what they're going to do next.
Good morning, everybody. Wow, what a day, huh? Just enough zip in the air to make you really want to get to work. So, what's new?
Nothing.
What were you guys just talking about?
Rome.
Oh, well, that's not new.
Old.
Very old.
Ancient.
Morning, Mr. Grant.
Hi.
Well, what do you think?
About what?
About my hair. Come on, you guys.
Blonde, isn't it?
Mary, I'll tell you what I think. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Mary, you never looked better in your whole life.
And you know something else? It proves something very important. It proves you're not in a rut. Because nobody in a rut would ever have the guts to dye their hair like you did.
Here, here.
Thank God.
Now, Mary, you mustn't feel depressed. Everyone feels in a rut from time to time. Even I do. And if I can be bored with my life, Lord knows how you must feel about yours. You know, dear, the first thing we're going to have to do is decorate your apartment.
You mean redecorate?
Oh, you mean it's been done before? Well, don't feel bad. I mean, what can one expect when one rents a furnished apartment?
Sue Ann, all of the furniture here is mine.
I knew that, Mary. I was just trying to give you a graceful way out. You see, dear, an apartment should express the personality of whoever lives there. Well, take mine, for example. The minute you walk in, the decor says Sue Ann Nivens.
Right. Early American.
Poor Mary. Poor, dear, sweet, adorable Mary. If it makes you feel better to spew forth your filthy venom, go right ahead.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. Well, what brings you two here?
We decided to stop by to cheer you up. But I hope you're not too gloomy because we can only stay a few minutes.
Oh. Mary's not going to be a gloomy Gus much longer. She's going to decorate her apartment, aren't we?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to redecorate. Maybe move a few things around.
Good idea. We'll all pitch in.
Except me. I'm not lifting things.
All right, Ted.
I could lie to you, Mary, and say I've got a bad back, but I don't. I just don't feel like lifting things.
All right, Ted.
He really does have a bad back, Mary, but he hates to admit it. He thinks it's more manly to be rude.
Mary, to begin with, let's put this couch someplace else.
All right. Someone want to give me a hand?
Yeah, I will, Mary.
I'll guide you. Bring it around. Watch it. Don't hurt yourselves. Take it easy.
Girls, I have a work tip for you. Sailors and men on chain gangs often sing when doing heavy work to keep the rhythm.
Did you ever know anyone on a chain gang?
No, dear. But I have known my share of sailors.
You know something? This isn't helping.
You mean we broke our backs for nothing?
No, I mean, it's not my furniture that needs rearranging. It's my life. My life is dull. How do I change that?
You want to change your life, Mary? I'll tell you how to change your life. I've known you for 6 years now. I know exactly what's wrong with your life. You wake up, you eat breakfast, you drive to work, you say hello to your friends, you work at your job, you go to lunch, you work some more, you say goodbye to your friends, you drive home, you have dinner, you sit down, you watch television, you read a magazine, and you go to sleep. Am I right? If you want to change your life completely, this is what you've got to do starting tomorrow. Wake up! Eat your breakfast, drive to work, say hello to your friends, work at your job, go to lunch, work some more. Say goodbye to your friends, drive home, have dinner, sit down, watch television, read a magazine, and go to sleep.
Ted, that was absolutely wonderful. I mean, it was profound. And you're absolutely right. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
No, Mary, that's not what I said. What I said was, wake up! Get your breakfast! Time to work!
Morning, Murray.
Oh, hi, Lou.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just trying to find the most interesting item to put on top. So Mary will have something, exciting to start her day.
Murray, we don't run this newsroom for the purpose of keeping Mary entertained. We're all professionals here. We have jobs to do, exciting or dull, and we do them. We don't have time for games. What do you think of that?
It's nice. What does the card say?
It says, Dear Mary, thanks for everything. From the Hells Angels. That ought to give her a laugh.
Morning, people. Beautiful flowers. Is it Mary's birthday or did somebody die?
No. We just wanted to brighten up the office a little for Mary. She's been kind of depressed lately.
Oh, flowers aren't what Mary needs. I know what Mary needs.
What?
What Mary needs is a man.
What are you talking about? She goes out with plenty of men.
I'm not talking plenty of men. I'm talking plenty of man. A different kind of man than Mary has ever known before. One who would bring out the animal in her.
Anybody ever bring out the animal in you, Sue Ann?
If they did, it probably turned out to be a rabbit.
Well, believe me, people, what Mary needs is someone virile, someone dominant, someone totally masculine. Someone who'll sweep her off her feet and carry her away in his arms.
Sorry, I don't lift things.
Hey, you know something? I just figured out why we're having trouble convincing Mary that life in this newsroom isn't boring. It's because it is boring.
It is?
Yeah. I mean, I'm bored. What do I do all day? I go in there, and I take the news out of that doohickey. And then I rewrite it on this doohickey. And then I turn on that doohickey and watch it come out of that doohickey.
You know, I know just how you feel, Murray. Oh, sure, when I first began as a news announcer, I felt kind of important that I was telling the people that a war was declared or a town was flooded or a murder had been committed, but then I realized I was just reporting these events. I couldn't take credit for them. I mean, an idiot could do what I do.
I'm so bored, I'm just going to let that pass.
I know. Oh, some people think my life is a mad whirl. But let me tell you something. Doing a cooking show can drive you up the wall. This week, I'm doing my tribute to the egg. Well, I've boiled eggs, fried eggs, scrambled eggs, coddled eggs. I've done eggs Benedict, eggs Florentine, eggs Diablo. I'm going crazy. I mean, how many things can you do with an egg? Especially during the family hour.
Hey, let's face it. Life is a bore. You're born, you die, and everything in between. There's nothing but filler.
Hey, everybody. I've got wonderful news. Wonderful and exciting news. I have finally made a change in my life. I'm moving to a new apartment. And it's fantastic. It's got a swimming pool and a tennis court, and it's just beautiful. I am moving. Isn't that great?
Oh, that's
Well, here we are, Miss Richards. Here's your keys. I hope you're gonna like it.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Now, if there's anything you need, I mean, if you're in trouble, don't hesitate to call me. I'm always around, except Sunday. That's when I take my wife to visit her mother. It's usually 6 or 7 o'clock before we get back from the cemetery. Her mother's dead.
Yeah, I sort of figured.
I'd appreciate it if you'd try not to call me between 2 and 4 in the afternoon.
All right.
That's when I take my nap. Of course, if it's an emergency, that's different.
Well, what would you consider an emergency?
Well, remember when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor? Well, that was close.
Hi there. Say, you're new, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
My name is Gordon, Jim Gordon. I live 2 flights up. The Muzak was playing in the elevator, and I didn't have anybody to dance with. Say, listen, they're opening a brand new restaurant across the street. Why don't you come and have a little dinner with me? It's a great way to get acquainted.
Look, Mr. Gordon.
Jimbo.
Don't take this personally, but before I moved in here, I specifically asked if this was a singles place. I didn't want that.
Who's single? Say, you haven't told me your name.
That's right. I have an awful lot of unpacking to do, so...
You need any help?
No, I don't.
Wait a minute. I bet I can guess your name. It's Marilyn, right?
No.
Maxine?
No.
Mavis?
No.
Marta?
No, if you'll please excuse me.
Molly? Mona? Mommy? Madeline?
Mommy? Okay. Who is it?
Lou!
Surprise! We thought we'd give you a little housewarming.
Mr. Grant, Joanne.
Hiya, Mayor.
Georgette, Joanne. Jimbo.
Hey, it's a great apartment, Mayor.
Yeah, we thought we'd celebrate by having a little drink and then taking you out to dinner.
Mary, I love your apartment. Hey, Boletta. That means...
Who cares? Hey, what a great balcony. You could sunbathe in the nude out there.
Well, I don't think so, Ted. There's a whole building full of people right there.
So you'll do it at night.
Nice kitchen. Nice. You got your stove here, your icebox here, and your garbage disposal all there.
Gee, I'm disillusioned. Somehow I never pictured Mary as having garbage.
Mary, you have another room.
Yes, I have my very own bedroom. You don't know how tired I was getting of opening and closing that convertible sofa. Now I've got my own bedroom. It's so exciting.
Oh, if you think it's exciting now, wait till you get a bed in there.
Hey, let's have the champagne.
Oh, I hope you brought glasses. My stuff hasn't arrived.
Oh, yeah. Well, all right, I'll tell you what. We'll go to dinner. While we're out, we'll pick up some glasses and have a drink afterwards.
Okay, great. Look, I tell you, why don't you guys go ahead downstairs? I'll meet you there. There's just something I want to do alone.
Okay, great car.
Good luck, man.
Great apartment, Mary. Just love it.
It's a great place, really. Great.
I just love what you've done with it, Mary.
Everything okay?
Oh, yeah. I just want to get the feel of my new place alone for a few minutes.
I understand.
I don't like it.
Boy, that was a great dinner. And I must say, Georgette, I was really impressed with the way you gave the entire order to that waiter in Italian.
Yeah. Wong Li Chin was pretty impressed, too.
You feeling better about the apartment now, Mary?
Oh, yeah. Much better. I guess it's only natural to move into a new place and feel that way about your old place. I remember I felt that way about my old place when I moved from my old place. But with all you guys here, it's beginning to feel like home already.
Mid pleasures and palaces.
Wherever you may roam.
Be it ever so humble.
Here's to Mary's new apartment.
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it?
Good morning, man.
Coffee. Hot coffee.
Hey, what's the matter?
17 degrees out and the heater in my car passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, that's good. Do you think anyone would mind if I warmed my feet in it?
Good morning.
Oh, hi, hello.
Morning.
Mary.
Huh?
What would you do if you were me and you had to choose someone from the newsroom to go with you to the broadcasters convention?
Lou, you're kidding.
I just found out from the station manager.
That's this weekend in California.
Hollywood, to be exact. I heard yesterday it was 85 degrees.
Oh, somewhere in the world it's 85 degrees.
Well, Murray, who should I choose to go with me?
Gee, Lou, that's pretty tough. Well, I think you should be as impartial as is humanly possible.
Yeah?
Consider everything, and when you're through, pick the person with the least hair.
Sounds fair to me.
Mr. Grant, I would be perfectly willing to shave my head.
I'm only teasing, Mary. I have here in my little palm 3 tickets for an all-expense-paid weekend in Los Angeles. One for you, one for Murray, and one for me.
Hey, Lou, this is sensational.
I can't wait.
We'll leave Friday night right after the news.
Where are we going, Lou?
Oh, hi, Ted.
Where are we going?
Hey, everybody, look who's here. Lucky Ted.
Yeah, Lucky Ted.
Yeah.
Why am I lucky?
You're lucky because you don't have to come with us to hot, damp, sticky, smoggy L.A. to be at some stupid broadcaster's convention.
Oh, no, Lou, you promised the next time there was a freebie that I would go, and this is the next time, Lou.
No, Ted, come on. No, you don't.
Lou, you promised. Don't break your promise. Please.
You're right. I promised. Okay, Ted, here's my ticket. I hope you're happy.
Thanks, Lou. Hey, won't that be fun? The 3 of us?
Yes, operator, I'd like to call Minneapolis. The area code is 612. The phone number is 555-3727. Yes, I'll hold. What are you doing, Ted?
Taping up the keyhole. I don't want anybody peeking while I'm undressing.
Ted, Mary's in that room.
All the more reason. Who knows how long she's been waiting for this chance.
Hi, Mary. Now, listen, honey, I want you to kiss all the kids goodnight for me. Yeah, and lock all the windows before you go to bed at night. Yeah, and, well, look, if you hear any noises, call me. I'll come right home. Good night, honey.
You homesick already, Murray?
I am not homesick. Look, just because a guy calls his family doesn't mean he's homesick, Ted. All it means is that he's concerned. There's nothing wrong with that.
You mind leaving a little room for me?
Sorry. I'll get it. Oh, hiya, Mary.
Hi, Murray. Say hello to Whitney Lewis.
Hi.
This is Murray Slaughter, our writer.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And this is Ted Baxter, our anchorman.
How do you do?
Whitney's a freelance writer. She's covering the convention for one of the LA papers.
Yeah, I was hoping to be able to talk you guys into giving me an interview this evening.
Isn't that great?
Hey, yeah, terrific.
I'm doing an article about the headaches of putting on a local news show.
Well, if anyone knows about those, I do.
Right. He's one of our biggest.
Why don't you two meet us in the lounge and we'll do the interview over a drink?
Oh, great. We'll be there in a couple of minutes. I still have a few pictures to unpack.
Well, nice to meet you.
Yes, thank you.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Right.
Boy, even the writers out here look healthy.
Murray?
What?
That woman wants me.
What are you talking about, Ted?
Whitney is hot to trot.
Hey, Ted, you're nuts.
Murray, when she shook my hand, she gave a little extra squeeze.
You know what that means.
Sure. She wants to pump some blood to your brain.
I'm telling you, she wants me.
Oh, boy. Hey, Ted, will you do me a favor? Listen, I want you to close your eyes and try to form a mental image of that girl in your head.
This a game?
Yeah. You got it?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Now, I want you to form a mental image of yourself. You got it? Good. Now, I want you to put those 2 mental images together. And tell me honestly, Ted, what is wrong with that picture?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that picture. Now, wait a minute. Now there is. Georgette just walked into it with her lawyer.
Yeah, well, I miss you too, honey. And I love you very much. And look, if she starts to cough again, call me. I'll come right home. Goodbye. My cat has a fur ball. I'm sorry.
I guess we're a pretty dull interview.
Oh, no, not at all. I've got a lot of good stuff here.
I almost forgot the funniest story of all. Murray, you remember the time the film car broke down and we couldn't get to the store, so we had to send the crew on the bus?
I remember that. It was hilarious.
Yeah? What happened?
Well, that was it. We couldn't get the crew to... Well, you know, I guess it's just funny compared to the other stories.
Well, like I said, I've got a lot of good stuff here. I just have a few more questions I'd like to ask Ted.
Sure.
Ted, how did you become an anchor man?
It all started in a small 5,000-watt radio station in Fresno, California.
Mary, would you like to dance?
Murray, I would like to dance even if there were no music.
Good. If you had said no, I would have danced alone.
Excuse us.
Oh, sure. You were saying, Ted.
Well, actually, when I first started, I had no idea of becoming a TV newsman. I wanted to be a disc jockey.
Oh, what made you change your mind?
God. I had this dream where he told me I was too good-looking for radio.
Well, he's right. You are an attractive man.
Thanks. Well, you don't want to argue with the big guy.
Listen, Ted, would you be available for an in-depth interview while you're out here this weekend?
In depth?
Yes. Maybe tomorrow, someplace where we'd have less distractions. Someplace where I could really get to know Ted Baxter, the man.
Okay. But not in the morning. I may go to Disneyland.
Tomorrow night will be just fine.
Fine. Where?
Oh, I don't know. How about your room?
My room?
I think that way we'd both be less inhibited. I'd like to find out what makes Ted Baxter tick. What he thinks about. What turns him on.
Well, I can tell you right now what turns him on.
What?
It's the way you've got your hand on his knee.
Isn't that funny? I didn't even realize I had my hand on your knee.
Well, you do. In fact, it's still there.
Is it?
Either that or my leg's on fire.
Well, to tomorrow then?
Right.
What I think may be the most memorable interview either one of us has ever had.
How's it going?
Oh, just fine. Ted and I are going to get together tomorrow and finish what we started here.
Murray? Yeah. She wants to interview me in depth.
You won't need your scuba gear for that one.
Well, excuse me. I'm sure you're all exhausted from your trip. And there's a few people with the convention I still have to interview before it gets too late. So I'll say good night. I'll be in touch with you, Ted. Mary, thanks for everything.
Oh, thank you. It was our pleasure.
Good night now.
Good night.
Good night. Gee, she's nice, isn't she?
Yeah. Nice. That woman just hit on me, Mary.
Hit on you, Ted?
She's warm for my form.
Ted, you're crazy. He told me the same thing in the room.
You guys don't believe me? That woman wants my body.
Ted, if she was a grave robber, she wouldn't want your body.
That's not funny, Mary. And I'm not lying. I can tell you what she said, but I'm afraid to say it in mixed company.
Okay, Ted. What did she say?
She said she wanted to interview me in my room.
Tell her what that means, Murray.
It means she doesn't want to be seen with you in public.
Okay, wise guy. She touched my knee.
Oh, Ted, come on. People touch people. It doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Mary, wise up. This is Hollywood. Wild parties, orgies, whips.
People don't come here just for the oranges, you know.
You know what your trouble is, Ted? You believe all those things about Hollywood. Now, trust me, it's just a town like any other. The people are no different here than any other place.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
Would you like to dance? Ted Baxter, anchorman.
Hi, Ted.
Oh, hi, Whitney.
I was just leaving the hotel to go home, and I wondered what time you wanted to meet tomorrow night.
Anytime you say.
Let's make it early, huh? Say, around 8, if it's no problem.
No problem. I'm all yours.
That's what I was hoping for.
Oh, yeah, right.
Murray, she's hitting on me again.
Ted, if you don't go to sleep, I'm going to start hitting on you.
I don't know what it is about you that attracted me to you so quickly. Maybe it's that fantastic silver hair of yours.
Murray, she's a hair freak.
Well, if you get a skin freak, wake me.
Listen. I'm sorry I couldn't hear you. I was clipping my toenails.
What I was trying to say, Ted, is that as soon as I met you this evening, I knew right away I felt something special for you. And seeing as how we had so little time, I thought I should let you know how I felt.
Excuse me. Someone's knocking on the door.
Ted, what is it?
Come on. Whitney's on the phone.
Oh, Ted, really?
That was just the maid. She wanted to turn my bed down.
Ted, I don't know how anybody could turn down your bed. I think you're the most exciting man I've ever met. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Gee!
You guys thought I was crazy, huh? You heard her, Murray. That beautiful woman wants me.
What do you say now?
There is no God.
Come on, Murray. Don't leave me alone.
I'm sorry, Ted. I've got to get home.
You can't be that homesick that you can't stay one more day.
It has nothing to do with homesick. It's an emergency. My kid's hamster is lethargic.
Murray, the only reason I told Whitney it was okay to come tonight was because you'd be here. If you go, who's going to save me?
Save you from what, Ted?
From myself. You're a man. You can understand what I'm going through. Well, I want to be true to Georgette, but how many times in a man's life does he get a shot at a girl like Whitney? May never happen again. Sure never happened before. I know that may come as a shock to you, Murray. I know you figure a guy as good-looking as me has probably got chicks crawling all over him, but for some strange reason, it never happened to me. Closest I ever came to having a beautiful girl go for me was when I was in high school. Mona Esposito. A good-looking girl. Fantastic. One night I mustered up enough courage to ask her to go for a drive. Took up a dark, deserted road, and when we were in the middle of nowhere, I pulled over to the side and I told her we were out of gas. What happened? Nothing. By the time I got back with the gas, she was gone.
Mary! I'm leaving now. I just want to say goodbye.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. See you at the office on Monday.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave if I didn't have to.
No, of course not. Hope your hamster feels better.
Mary, make him stay.
Ted, look, I already told Marie I was going home. I'll see you Monday.
Well, then give me some advice, Murray. How can I tell Whitney I'm not interested?
What are you asking me for? I had a hard enough time telling that guy I didn't want a cha-cha.
Mary, don't leave me alone?
Well, Ted, I'm sorry, but I have a dinner date.
Well, I don't know if I can resist temptation. I'm not sure how I'm going to behave with Whitney.
Ted, I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Well, I can't help it, Mary. I'm a weak person. And she's a really beautiful woman. Really beautiful, Mary. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but she makes you look like a dog. Remember, you introduced me to her. I mean, if anything happens, it's your fault.
Ted, what do you want me to do?
Save me from myself. Tell me how wrong it will be.
Aw, Ted.
Mary, really lay it on me, please.
All right. It would be bad. Really bad. Despicable. Probably the worst thing you ever did in your life. And you'll burn in hell.
You're going to have to do a lot better than that, Mary.
Oh, wait a minute. Just one more thing. What would you do if you were married and something like this happened to you?
Ted, I don't know.
Mary, please. What would you do?
All right. If I were married and some man made the kind of advance...
Oh, no, not just some man. Let's say it was Robert Redford.
Robert Redford?
By the way, Mary, Whitney also makes him look like a bow wow.
All right, Ted, all right. Even if it were Robert Redford. I'm sure I would just tell him straight out. I would say, Robert, it has to be Robert Redford.
And he's telling you he wants you. He needs you. He starts snibbling on your ear. Gives you little bites on the back of the neck. What would you do then?
Who did you say I was married to?
See, it isn't easy, is it?
Aw, Ted, come on.
Who is it?
It's Whitney, Ted.
Mary, it's her. Please, what'll I do?
Ted, I can't be your conscience for you. You're just going to have to be a man and do what's right.
Okay, I'll be a man. I'll do what's right. Just do me one favor.
What?
Listen at the keyhole. And if you hear me starting to enjoy myself, wait 10 minutes, then break the door down.
Hi.
Boy. Oh, great threads.
Ready for our interview?
Oh, sure. Can I go get you a typewriter?
You know that won't be necessary.
Oh, excuse me. I've got someone here in the next room I have to check on. It's got a high fever, almost as high as mine.
Ted, for crying out loud.
Relax, Mary. I've already got more than I can handle.
Ted, you get out of here this instant.
She kissed me, Mary. I'm a weak person. Please help me. I love Georgette, but that girl in there could kiss for a living.
Ted, if you really love Georgette...
I do.
Then just tell her you're sorry. Tell her you have an important business appointment in half an hour.
Where?
I don't know where, Ted. It doesn't matter where. Anywhere.
Okay. Business appointment anywhere. Okay.
Is everything okay?
Oh, fine. I just remembered that I have a very important business engagement in a half an hour.
Oh, can't you break it?
Well, I'm afraid not. I mean, business is business.
Well, okay. That's the way it has to be. That's the way it has to be.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it is. I mean, that's the way it goes. What are you gonna do? I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Well, I better check on my friend. It's time to take the thermometer out. Mary, it worked.
Good.
I told her I had a business appointment, and she bought it.
Fine.
Naturally, she was disappointed. What woman wouldn't be?
Ted, if you don't mind, I am trying to get dressed.
Right. Mary, thanks. I'm really grateful. I'll do the same for you if Robert Redford ever gets the hots.
Hi.
You're not feeling well?
did say we only had a half hour.
Excuse me, I think my friend is dying. Yes?
What about me?
Oh, I'm sorry. My friend can't have any visitors.
That's not what I meant, Ted.
Hey, Whitney, there's something I've got to tell you.
Yes, Ted?
I mean, you're a beautiful woman, and I appreciate the fact that you're attracted to me. I'm a married man, and I have a wonderful wife, and I love her more than anything else in the whole world. I can't make whoopee with you. I mean, I wish I could, but I can't.
I can, you know, but I can't.
You have no idea how much I wish I could. But I made a vow to be faithful, and I'm not going to break that vow for any woman, even you.
You know, Ted, you're quite a guy.
Yeah, I'm quite a guy. You're not mad at me, are you?
No, Ted.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Whitney. And it was nice doing whatever it was we didn't do. Listen, I'll never forget tonight. It'll remain something very special to me always. And you're a wonderful woman to be so kind and understanding. And if you're ever in Minneapolis, please stay away from my house. Mary, everything's fine. Straightened out, perfect.
Good, good. Ted, I'd like you to meet Jim Sutton. This is Ted Baxter, our anchorman.
Hi. Hi. You're going out with one of the greatest ladies in the world. She's sweet, she's kind, helpful, a real angel. Thanks, Mary.
Oh, Ted, don't mention it. I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, there's just one more thing.
Yes, Ted.
If Whitney comes back, can I sleep with you tonight?
Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can never tell, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
How's this for a feature story, Mayor? We do a segment exposing the shameful lack of originality on television today.
Where they did that last week on Channel 6.
So what?
Hello, muckrakers. Mary, I just dropped by, dear, to tell you to be sure to stop in my studio this week. I'm devoting all my shows to you poor, unfortunate single girls. I'm going to be telling them how to cook with a potential mate, how to dress with a potential
Sue Ann,
mate.
in case you've forgotten, you are single also.
Oh, yes, but that's only because I don't happen to place my love life above my profession.
I thought that was your profession.
Oh, Murray, witty Murray. Jokes fall from your lips almost as fast as hair falls from your head. No, do be sure to stop by, Mary. Today's show is called Why Date a Dud When You Could Grab a Stud?
Okay, I've got it.
I know, and I want it.
I've got the subject for a feature story.
Oh, what is it, Lou?
Guns. We're going to show everybody that it's much too easy to buy a gun in this town. Murray, you're going out on the streets with a hidden camera crew, and you're going to buy every kind of gun or rifle that you can get your hands on, legally or illegally.
Oh, Mr. Grant, that's a great idea. But listen, I've got one question.
What?
Wouldn't it be better as a first-hand report? Shouldn't we send Ted out for this story?
No, we can't.
Why not?
I don't think we should risk having people with guns near Ted.
In that case, I've got a question.
What?
Don't you think we should send Ted out for this story?
If you have any problems, let me know.
Hi, guys.
Hiya, Ted.
Hi.
Beautiful day, isn't it? Makes you really feel great to be alive.
Ted, is something wrong?
No, fine. Why?
Well, I don't know. You seem kind of down.
Oh, don't be silly. I never felt better.
Well, are you sure, Ted? I mean, I haven't seen you this depressed since your barber stopped giving balloons.
That's funny, Mary. That's really funny. I love a good joke.
Hey, Ted, guess what? Mr. Grant came up with a great idea for our news feature. We're going to do an expose on gun sales.
Oh, that's great, Mary. That's really great. I love a good news feature.
Ted, what's wrong?
Please, Mary, stop asking what's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Fine, absolutely fine. Just want to be alone. I want my privacy. I want people to mind their own business. And most of all, I want my mommy.
Georgette. Hi, what a nice surprise. How long were you waiting out in the hall?
Not long, just until you came home.
Oh, did you want to talk to me about something?
Uh-huh. It's Ted. Mary, I'm thinking of leaving him.
Georgette, you don't mean that.
Yes, I do. I even told him so this morning.
Oh, well, no wonder he was so upset today. Georgette, why?
Because I don't think he loves me.
Oh, well, that's just silly. What makes you think that?
I wish I could tell you, Mary, but it's just not the kind of thing you can discuss.
Well, Georgette, I want to help you. I really do. But how can I help you if I don't know what it is? I mean, you're going to have to be open.
I can't.
Well, Georgette, look, you obviously do want to discuss this. Otherwise, you wouldn't have waited outside my door for me to come home. Now, come on, what is it?
It's our sex life.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's the kind of thing you can talk about, you know.
I don't know what it is, Mary. Everything was fine until we got married.
I mean, after all, some things you can discuss and some things you can't.
Then all of a sudden, he became very cold.
There are just some things that are better left unsaid.
Lately, he's been sleeping out on the couch every night. The only time he comes to bed now is when he has a headache. Mary, I've tried everything. Exotic perfumes, romantic music. I even bought a see-through robe to wear over my pajamas.
Bridget, I really think the person you should be talking to about this is Ted.
I tried, Mary. He swears he still loves me. Says that it's just a stage he's going through.
Well, there you are.
Mary, that was 3 months ago, and it's only getting worse. I don't know what to do.
Georgette, I
really have much experience with this kind of thing. I mean, I wish I could advise you, but I think you should talk to someone who knows more about these matters. Maybe Ted needs help.
What kind of help?
Professional help. Maybe he should see a psychiatrist. I have a friend who's supposed to be just terrific. I mean, you could tell him that I told you to call. What do you think?
Well, it makes more sense than what I had in mind.
What was that?
Black satin sheets.
Hi, Georgette.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you have dinner?
Well, I ate at my mother's.
Did you have a nice time?
Well, yeah, usual. We had dinner and we watched television, then I helped her glue her hair.
Did you tell her about us?
No. I was afraid I might break the poor woman's heart.
You didn't mention anything?
Well, I started to, but I couldn't finish. She wanted to watch the hockey game.
Ted, what's happening to us?
Nothing's happening to us. Try to understand, Georgette. I mean, just because I prefer to sleep on the couch at night doesn't mean I don't love you.
But we're married.
Well, so is Thomas Edison. He slept on the couch, too. And he was the Wizard of Menlo Park.
What has that got to do with us?
Who knows? Maybe I'm on the brink of a great invention.
Yes? Do you really love me?
Georgette, I love you as no man has ever loved another woman.
I know. Ted, if you really love me, you'll try to do something about your problem.
Problem? Who's got a problem?
You do, Ted. And I think you could use some help, honey.
What kind of help?
Professional help. I think maybe you should see a psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist? Oh, no. I'm not letting anybody fool around with my brain. It's taking me too long to get it the way it is.
Ted, for your own sake.
Georgette, I'm not going to a psychiatrist.
I already made an
I don't
appointment.
care. I'm not going.
Please?
No. Well, why should I?
Because I want our marriage to last forever. Because I think you're the most wonderful man in the whole world. Because I love you. And because if you don't, I'm going to dump you.
You're a hard woman, Georgette.
You better believe it.
What time do I have to be there?
Tomorrow at 2.
Okay. Just answer me one thing. If I hadn't agreed to go, would you really have dumped me?
No, I'm not as tough as I look.
Hey, what do you say we turn in early tonight, Tiger?
Oh, teddy bear.
I mean, if I have to go see that psychiatrist, I'm gonna need all the rest I can get.
Mary, are you busy?
Yes, I am, very.
Good. This'll only take a minute.
Sue Ann.
Tomorrow, my helpful hint for the single girl is what turns a man on. Of course, I know lots of ideas how to get a man interested myself, but I thought you might know a couple we could actually talk about on the air.
Sue Ann, look, I am really very busy, and I haven't the vaguest idea what turns a man on.
Well, I realize that, dear. I just thought if I asked you, I might make your day. Hello, Ted.
Yeah. Is Lou in yet?
No, I'm sorry, it's not. Is there anything I can help you with?
No, I just wanted to go someplace with me.
Ted, could I ask you a question? What turns you on about a woman?
You been talking to Georgette?
No. Ted, Sue Ann is doing a show about the single woman, and she just wants to know what gets a man interested.
Well, I think it's a terrible idea for a show, prying into things like that. There are certain things that should remain private. A guy's love life is one of them. As far as I'm concerned, there are two things that have no place on television: sex and violence.
I never knew those were two different things. What's with him?
I don't know. I think he was just embarrassed.
Well, I don't know why he should be. I certainly wouldn't be embarrassed if someone wanted to know what turns me on about a man.
I'm sure you wouldn't be.
I would simply say it right out. I think a man should be virile and macho and just reeking with masculinity.
Well, what do you think?
Thank you, God. Do you have anything with hair?
Where did you get those guns?
Well, the rifles I got legitimately from a gun store, and the pistols I got from a hawk shop after slipping the guy an extra $50 and promising him I'd buy a moose head.
What about the machine gun?
Oh, well, I had a lot of luck there, Mary. I got it from a guy who knew a maniac.
Mr. Grant, look at this.
Hey! Hey! Nice going,
Not
Murray.
bad, huh, Lou?
Yeah, where'd you get these?
All over town.
Yeah? Well, did anybody ask any questions?
Yeah, one guy. Huh? See, I went into a sporting goods store, and I asked him if I could buy 10 rifles and 1,000 rounds of ammunition.
Yeah?
Then the clerk asked me what I wanted them for.
What'd you tell him?
Well, I told him I was going to start my own army so I could overthrow the government of the United States.
Yeah, what'd he say?
Well, then he asked me if I'd like to look at some uniforms.
Hey, yeah, well, good story. Write it up and we'll put it on tonight. Good work, Murray.
Hey, didn't anyone say anything to you going around with those guns?
Oh, no. But it was the first time a cab driver ever gave me a tip.
Expecting trouble?
Ted, Mr. Grant's in now.
Oh, good. I've got to see him right away. Lou, I got to talk to you.
Ted, I'm trying to work. You don't just barge in here without knocking.
Sorry.
Who is it?
Ted.
Go away.
Lou, please, you got to do me this favor. It's the most important thing I'll ever ask you to do.
Ted, I've already told you. You can't sing the news.
It's not that, Lou. This is really important.
All right, what is it?
It's a secret. You have to promise you won't tell anybody.
I promise.
Swear.
Ted?
Swear.
I swear.
Crisscross applesauce, spit in the ocean, hope to die.
Right.
You gotta say it, Lou. Crisscross.
Crisscross.
Applesauce.
Applesauce.
Spit in the ocean.
Spit in the ocean.
Hope to die.
Hope to die.
All right, now all together.
Ted!
I'm sorry.
What's a secret?
Lou, I'm going to go see a psychiatrist. I can't tell you what it is. It's personal. I'll give you a hint. There's something to do with my mind. I have to see him this afternoon. I want you to come with me, Lou. I need you for moral support.
Ted, I'm very busy. I ain't
Please, Lou, my marriage depends on it.
Your marriage? You're not kidding me, are you?
No, Georgette will leave me if I don't go.
Oh. Okay, I'll come.
Oh, thanks, Lou. Thanks a million.
Well, I still don't understand why you need me.
Well, don't you see, Lou? If I'm seen going in a psychiatrist's office, people are liable to think I'm crazy. This way, if you come with me, they'll think I'm taking you. Lou, I don't want to go in there. What if the psychiatrist tells me I'm crazy?
Relax, Ted. You're not crazy.
I don't know how I can be sure about that. I've had some pretty strange dreams lately. Especially this one dream I keep getting all the time. Standing on the corner. Suddenly somebody taps me on my shoulder and I turn around. There's a kangaroo standing there. The kangaroo says, "Hello, what's your name?" And I say, "I'm Ted Baxter, the anchorman." The kangaroo says, "Well, you can't be Ted Baxter, the anchorman. I'm Ted Baxter, the anchorman." Then we start to argue, and the crowd gathers, some people, some kangaroos, and one duck. I never figured out what that duck was doing there. Anyway, finally, the kangaroo says I can prove who I am, and he reaches into his little pocket. You know, they have those little pockets. He pulls out this business card. You know what the business card says?
What?
It says Ted Baxter, Anchorman. So I reach into my pocket and I pull out my card. And you know what that card says, Lou?
What?
Bucky the kangaroo. And everybody starts to laugh. The people, the kangaroos. Except that duck. He just waddles over to me, looks up into my eyes, and disgraces himself on my shoe. I've never told another living soul that dream, Lou. I only told you because I know I can trust you.
Ted, you did the right thing. So did the duck. Look, everybody has crazy dreams. There's nothing to worry about. Pull yourself together.
Lou?
What?
Mind if I ask you a personal question?
What?
Well, you were married a long time.
Yeah, so?
Did you ever have a problem in the bedroom?
Of course.
Oh, good. I feel better already.
I couldn't get the drape shut.
That's not what I mean, Lou.
I know what you mean. Shut up.
Yes. Mr. Baxter, Dr. Powell will see you now.
It's all right, Lou. I'm not ashamed to see a psychiatrist anymore. Just gotta face him like the mature, intelligent being that I am. Don't worry, Lou. I'll see what the doctor can do about your bedwetting problem.
Oh, Mr. Baxter. How do you do? I'm Dr. Powell.
Hi. So, you're a psychiatrist?
Yes. Mr. Baxter, why don't you just sit down and tell me a little bit about yourself?
Like what?
Well, to start with, why don't you tell me why you've come here?
Oh, no. If I tell you, how do I know you won't go blabbing it all over town?
You have my assurance.
That's not good enough.
Well, what would you like?
Tell me something weird about yourself. That way, if you tell on me, I can tell on you.
Mr. Baxter, I'm a psychiatrist.
Now, tell me something even weirder.
Please, believe me, you can trust me. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do?
What do you mean, what do I do? I'm on the news every night.
I see. And what do they say about you?
They don't say about me, I say about them.
Well, that's certainly getting back at them. Tell me, Mr. Baxter, who exactly are they?
They?
Yes, the ones that you say about.
All of them. The president, the congressman, Marlo Thomas.
I see. Tell me, Mr. Baxter, why do you think these people are all against you?
I don't think they're against me. I'm a newscaster. I talk about them on the 6 o'clock WJM News.
Of course. Ted Baxter. I've seen you. You're very funny.
Thank you.
Well, before we go any further, I think there are some things you should know about analysis. One, it can be a very lengthy procedure, and two, it can be very expensive.
How expensive?
My fee is $75 an hour.
$75 an hour?
Yes.
Look, Doctor, I'm a desperate man. I'm terribly unhappy. I'm putting myself in your hands. I'm begging you, please, to help me, help me, help me.
Of course, Mr. Baxter. How?
By lowering your damn fee. Georgette. Great news. I'm better.
Then what?
I'm cured. I had an honest, frank discussion with the doctor, and he's freed me of all my inhibitions. And I no longer have any problems with you know what.
That's wonderful, Ted.
Yeah, the psychiatrist told me that I've been substituting you for my mother. That I've been thinking of you with such reverence that I was afraid to show you any physical affection.
That was the whole problem?
Yeah. And I don't have to go back anymore either. I mean, isn't that great? Some people have to go to years for a cure from a psychiatrist, but not me. After only 3 visits, he said he never wanted to see me again.
Oh, I'm so happy, Ted. What shall we do to celebrate?
Well, now, you just leave that to me.
Who could that be?
It could be Lou and Mary.
Why would it be Lou and Mary?
Because I invited them to dinner. I'm sorry, Ted, but every time you come back from the psychiatrist, you've been so depressed that I thought it would cheer you up to have company.
Ted, will you open the door?
Ted, I invited Mary and Lou for dinner. They're our guests. Try to be a good host.
Oh, all right. Well, hi, Mary. Hi, Lou. Come on in. Have a seat. Come right in here and sit down. Can I get you some dessert?
No, thank you. I couldn't eat another bite.
Don't mind him, Mary. Ted, take Mary and Lou's clothes.
Oh, all right. It's a lovely outfit you have, Mary.
Thank you.
Lou, do you think the North Stars will make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they got a shot.
Oh, well, it's time to hit the hay.
Just a minute. I don't understand something. We were invited to have dinner. And yet, ever since we got here, you've been acting like you couldn't wait for us to go home. Like you couldn't wait for the evening to be, oh. Mr. Grant, could I talk to you for just a minute, please?
My, look how late it is. I got an early day. You coming, Mary?
Yes, I am.
Oh, gee, it was nice to have you stop by like this. It was certainly marvelous for you to stop by. Please, drive carefully. Yeah. Ah, it's your coat. Oh, take it. I thought they'd never leave. Oh, Mom. Ted. Listen, I just called to say I'll be gone for a couple of days.
Oh, yeah, belated honeymoon.
Of course I'm taking Georgette. Yeah, right, it would be cheaper.
No, I couldn't do that. Besides, you'd probably find out.
Mom, I'm going on a honeymoon. I'm taking my wife with me. Goodbye, Mom. I'll call you when I get back. Boy.
Ted, look at the mail we got on that gun control show.
Wow. Hey, what kind of reaction did I get?
That's terrific.
Really?
Yeah. 117 people wrote letters threatening to shoot you.
What?
Oh, relax, Ted. That's only half as many as you usually get.
Oh, good.
Hi, Mary.
Georgette, hi.
I came by to pick up Ted. We're going on a belated honeymoon.
Oh, that's terrific. Then everything is okay between you two?
Phew, is it ever?
That's wonderful.
who can turn the world on with her smile, who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile. Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
Morning, Mayor.
Morning, Murr. See, Murr, would you do me a favor?
Oh, sure.
Would you come to my place for brunch on Saturday?
Oh, gee, I'd love to, Mary, but I got to coach my son's football team.
Oh.
See, the other fathers unanimously elected me coach. One night when I was too sick to attend the meeting.
Well, that's too bad. I'm going to have Ted and Georgette over.
Oh, how come?
Well, Georgette was saying she feels kind of badly about the way we always treat Ted, you know, always making him the butt of our jokes. Nobody ever invites him anywhere. I mean, we never go to lunch with him. I mean, all right, sure, sometimes we invite him over, but just because we think we have to. And that's sort of too bad, because Ted really isn't a bad guy. Ma, if I have to spend all afternoon with him, I'll go crazy.
Hi, public.
Hi, Suanna.
I brought your copies of my new book to save you fighting the crowds when it goes on sale at better bookstores everywhere.
Oh, my, did you write another book?
Oh, I don't wonder that you're amazed, Mary. Sometimes I think I drive myself too hard. But there's so much to be done with so little
Talent.
so little time. After all, life is so brief and impermanent. Much like your hair.
So, a book on flower arrangements, huh?
I've always been fascinated by flowers. I figure what's good enough for the birds and bees is good enough for me.
All right. Sue Ann, are you busy Saturday afternoon?
I'll be autographing copies of my book at the House of Bloom.
Oh, do you have a tie-in with a florist?
No, actually, Bloom is a butcher. He and I were once very close. Look here, Mary. I've autographed personally each one. I think that makes it more fun.
Oh, to a shrinking violet who rose to be a budding producer. Oh, Sue Ann, that's too cute for words.
I know. I tried to use a floral motif for each of the inscriptions.
Oh, to a fine writer whose work I've always admired. Well, thanks, Sue Ann. But what's that got to do with flowers?
If you spread it on the ground, it helps them grow.
Oh, Murray, you believe what I almost did? I was ready to invite Sue Ann to my brunch for Ted. I must really be desperate.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ted.
Set your dials for excitement, boys and girls. Guess what?
What?
I just proposed to Georgette.
Terrific.
Oh, that's good.
Well, you don't seem impressed.
Ted, you must have proposed to Georgette a dozen times in the past 6 months. I mean, you even bought a license. She always accepts, then you try to back out, and she lets you do it.
I know. Sometimes I think that's why I love her.
Ted, why do you propose if you don't really mean it?
Oh, make her happy.
Good morning.
Hey, Lou, I got great news.
Some other time, Ted. I'm not in the mood for mindless dribble. Mary, you finished those expense accounts yet?
Yeah, just about.
How about a little mindless dribble, Lou? I'm sorry about it.
You know something, Mr. Grant? I don't think you should always just automatically put Ted down.
It's not always automatic, Mary. Sometimes a lot of thought goes into it.
That's what I mean. We've all gotten into that habit. I mean, we just assume the worst about Ted, and we practically tell him so to his face.
So?
So, Mr. Grant, a person is only as good as he thinks he is. I mean, if we assume that Ted's going to be dumb and vain and obnoxious, then who's to blame if he is?
You saying it's my fault that Ted's a jackass?
No. Mr. Grant, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, Well, never mind. It's too complicated.
Too complicated?
No, come on, Mr. Grant. You've got your budgets to go over. I'm sure you don't want to get into any psychological discussions.
No, that's all right, Mary. Go ahead. I mean, I may not be the brightest guy in the world, but once in a while I do enjoy a little intellectual conversation.
Well, all right. What I was going to say is that maybe, just maybe we could do ourselves a favor by encouraging Ted, instead of always predicting failure.
I see. Interesting. What you're talking about is the theory of the self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it?
Oh, but see, I didn't know it was a whole theory.
Ah, I assume Ted will be stupid, so he is. You assume I won't like something, so I don't.
That's exactly it.
Yes, I thought it might be. I believe some experiments were done by a behavioral psychologist, Dr. Roland Barbette, in the late 50s that tend to support that hypothesis.
Oh, Mr. Grant. Boy, I'm just so glad that you understand what I'm trying to do here, I just think that if we give Ted some support, we assume that he is going to be a normal person, he will start behaving like a normal person. And that's one of the reasons I'm going to have him over for brunch Saturday. And I would really like it if you'd come too.
Well, how do you assume I'll answer that invitation?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you make certain assumptions about me, too, don't you? Certain self-fulfilling prophecies?
Well, yeah, but that's not the same
So
thing as what
how
we
do
were
you
just...
assume I'll answer that invitation, Mary?
Well, I guess I assume that you'll say no.
Well, there you are. Personally, I'd love to have come. I probably would have had the time of my life. But your previous assumption made it impossible for me to come. My hands are tied. You do see that, don't you, Mary?
This is just wonderful, Mary.
Thank you, Georgette.
And I love the wine. It's one of my favorite kinds. White.
Well, I'm really glad you could both come.
Tell you the truth, Mary, I can't get over you inviting just the two of us.
Well, sometimes a small party is the nicest.
For anyone else, it'd be boring.
Oh, yes. I love your dress, Georgette.
Thank you.
Me too. You look gorgeous, Georgette. I love you. Will you marry me?
You take cream in your coffee, don't you, Ted?
Please, Mary, I'm in the middle of a proposal to Georgette.
He likes it with lots of cream.
Georgette, I just asked you if you'd marry me.
And you take yours black?
Hey, come on. Man's proposing marriage. Have some respect.
Respect for what?
Well, proposal of marriage.
Ted, you proposed with an onion roll in your mouth.
Mary, could Ted and I be alone for a few minutes, please, before you fix dessert?
Georgette, you take all the time you want.
Did I do something wrong?
Yes, Ted. You embarrassed me. Mary is absolutely right. I can't take this proposal seriously anymore. It's just a game with you. I really am a fool, aren't I?
Not really.
I mean to have actually felt good about all those preposterous proposals. The one in the car wash, the revolving doors, the time you spelled out marry me with your socks on laundry day. I'm starting to wonder if you've ever been serious about wanting to marry me.
A man doesn't spell out things with his socks unless he's serious.
Ted, if you really wanted to marry me, you wouldn't talk about it, you'd do it.
I'd do it right now if we could.
We can, Ted. We've had the blood test. We have the license and it's still valid. We can call and get a minister over here. We can call our friends and tell them to come over here. What else do we need? So what do you say, Buster? You still want to get married?
Yes, I do.
Really?
What? I'm going to get married. We're really doing it. George, yes. That's what, when?
What would you do if I told you there's going to be a minister over here with all our friends in the next half hour to have a wedding?
Vacuum.
Oh, come on, Mr. Grant. There'll be other basketball games. Yeah, anyway, if you hurry, right after the ceremony, you can get back to the bar.
You know, I feel good. I didn't expect to be, but I feel good.
No, it doesn't matter how you're dressed, really. No, Murray is coming straight here from his son's football game. Well, I don't know. We were having brunch, and before we got to dessert, Ted proposed. Yeah, it's strictly a spur-of-the-moment wedding.
Following a whirlwind courtship.
Okay, Mr. Grant, we'll see you then. Bye-bye. All right, that's it. That's Sue Ann, Murray, Mr. Grant.
This is fun. I should have done this long ago.
When is the minister getting here?
He's out playing tennis, but his wife said she'd try to reach him.
Did you tell her what it was for?
No, I just said it was an emergency. I wasn't sure he'd interrupt a tennis game for a wedding.
Georgette! Do you know who we completely forgot? My mother.
Of course, we certainly want her in our wedding.
Sure, she can give me away. Sweet little blue-haired lady. This is the call she's been waiting for all these years. This and the one from my father's insurance company.
I'm really getting excited.
Hi, Mom. Well, it's Ted. Hey, well, guess what? Georgette and I get married. Today, this afternoon. As soon as possible. Of course she is. And what kind of a question is that? Hey, Mom, can you come right over? Oh. Well, then you better take care of that. Oh, sure, I understand. Yeah, bye. Mom can't make it.
Why not?
She's got to wash her hair. That's all right. We can save her a piece of cake. We do have a piece of cake, don't we, Mary?
Oh, Ted, come on. The whole wedding was put together in a half an hour. I mean, you can't expect too much preparation on that kind of notice.
Mary, dear. Divide them up into a wedding bouquet plus corsages. Ted, here's your boutonniere. And congratulations, you're getting a wonderful girl. Georgia, here's a veil and felicitations, but you'll have to find a more formal gown. Mary, find her something. Ted, I'm putting on ice. Don't worry, Mary, I brought rice to throw after the ceremony. The cake can go right over here, and this is just a little something for the happy couple. Now, what are you people all standing around with your thumbs up your noses for? We've got to get Move it!
Georgette, I'll find you something to wear.
Does it have to be white?
Let's see. Married in white, sailor's delight. No, that isn't it. Ted, you put on that boutonniere and try to formalize your appearance a little, will you? After all, a wedding isn't something that happens every day.
Hi. I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's all right. You probably had to go home and put on your good suit.
Do you have any preference about what you want to wear, Georgette?
Well, I always dreamed of being married in something old, something new, something borrowed, and something blue. But what the hell, we're in a hurry.
No, Anna, the only thing I have that's long, white, and formal is a bathrobe.
That's all right, Mary. I don't need a white dress. I'll just wear what I have on.
Right. What's wrong with plaid?
Nothing. It's Ted's favorite color.
Hi, Sue Ann.
Hello, Lou. Lou, dear, do you think today might give you any dangerous ideas about me?
Depends on how much whiskey they have.
Why, you charmer.
There's not that much booze in the world.
Hey, congratulations! I'm getting married. Thank you. You know something? I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I did it.
You already hugged me.
I don't care. I want to shout for joy. I am a happy man.
Georgette, could I ask you something?
Sure, Mary.
Well, I know you, and you've got a really level head. I mean, I know you'd never do anything you hadn't really thought about. You'd never rush into anything. I mean, you're certainly not impetuous. Boy, I mean, that's one thing I could never say about you, is impetuous.
Mary, I know what you're getting at. And believe me, I know how Ted can be. Nobody knows that better than I do. But I know how I feel.
You do love him, then?
Of course, Mary. Somebody has to.
Who's going to be your best man?
Hey. Hey, can I talk to you guys for a second?
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Georgette.
Hey, Georgette, you look lovely.
Just think, Georgette. In 10 minutes, you're going to be Mrs. Ted Baxter.
And you're going to be Mr. Ted Baxter.
That's right.
It's going to be a silly marriage.
Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? There's only one way to do it. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10. Now, the one who comes closest to that number gets to be my best man. Lou? 3. Murray?
795.
I'm afraid he's got you beat, Murray.
You dirty rat.
Now, Lou, nobody likes a sore winner.
My best man.
Okay, Ted, I'm flattered. What do you want me to do?
How about a bachelor party?
Being married in 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. We'll forget about the party. How about some advice?
What kind of advice?
Well, you know, guys getting married. A bachelor.
Oh, how do you feel about it?
I feel good. I'm happy. In fact, I'm so happy I'm trembling with joy. Look, my knees are happier than I am.
Ted,
You know what
it's
I
all
think,
right.
Lou? You know what I think? I think I'm too happy. You know what's happening? My happiness is making me terrified.
Ted.
It's too much, Lou. I can't stand so much happiness. Lou, please. Help me, Lou, please. Help me be less happy.
Ted, you want me to give you some advice? Huh?
Please.
All right. Here's the most important piece of advice I can give you. Now, if you're going to get married, you're going to have to stop acting the way you do.
What way?
The way you act. Ted, what I'm trying to say is you got to become different.
Lou, I don't think I understand.
Look, you know how you always are?
Yeah?
Don't be that way.
So much for flowers. What about music? Mary, do you have something appropriate?
Well, no, Sue Ann, I don't have a record of the wedding march.
You don't? I should have brought mine. Well, perhaps I can sing it when the time comes. Georgette, dear, what about a maid of honor?
Well, I thought Mary.
Oh, Georgette, I'd be honored.
Oh, good idea, Georgette. Your best friend and your oldest. What about a ring?
A ring? Well, the only ring I have is my high school class ring. Would that be all right?
Well, certainly, dear. It's just a symbol.
And it's legal because I graduated.
Miss Franklin, I'm Reverend Chatfield. I came as soon as I got here.
Thank you, Reverend. Come on in. Sorry to trouble you, but we want to get married.
Married?
I hope we didn't spoil your game.
Well, no, but I'm a little embarrassed at wearing this to perform a marriage. And besides, I was just ordained. I've never done it.
Well, then it's appropriate that you should wear white. Minister's here. Let's get these nuptials rolling. Move it!
I don't have my book, and I really don't know all the words.
Oh, well, maybe Lou and I can help. We've both been married.
Well, that's very kind of you. Okay, bride on my backhand, groom on my forehand.
Here we go, Ted.
I'm happy. I'm really happy.
Okay, all right. Maid of honor.
Here, yes.
Good. And the best man. Fine. Let's see. Does anybody know any reason these people shouldn't be married?
I was afraid he was going to ask.
Okie dokie. Dearly beloved, we are gathered together here in the sight of God to join these people in
Long shot.
Does anybody remember what comes next?
Well, at Rhoda's wedding, they each read something they'd written themselves.
Oh, terrific. Would you like to say something?
You mean wing it?
Just say what's in your heart, Ted.
Oh, right. Murray? Georgette, I promise to be a devoted husband and to never give you cause to regret having married such a cluck.
Try to always make you happy, because you always make me happy.
Good. That's nice. Good. Go back to me. Oh, gee, this is very embarrassing.
I think this is where you ask each of them if they doth take the other one.
Do you, excuse me, what is...
Georgette.
Thanks. Do you, Georgette, take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband till death do you part?
I do.
And do you,
What about the ring?
Oh, she's right, the ring.
Kid, here's the ring. Oh, thanks. Why does it say class of 58?
It's Mary's high school ring.
Oh, thanks a million, Mary. If I buy Georgette a wedding ring, I'll get this back to you.
Now, do you, much obliged. Do you, Ted, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Splendid. Then by the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. But you know, I can't get over it. I just say a few words and you're married. I can marry people. Son of a gun, it's a kick.
Reverend, the license is over there for you to sign.
Oh, fine.
Ted, you're supposed to take care of the Reverend.
Oh, yeah. Reverend, about the fee.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. You know, this is my first wedding. I don't even know what the fee is supposed to be.
$5.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Oh, hey, what the heck? How often does a guy get married? Here's another buck.
Happiness and best wishes to you both. It was a lovely ceremony, if I do say so myself.
Well.
Well, what's for dessert?